Hello, callers. How are you all doing? And welcome back to Barça Live. It's Matchday 25 in La Liga, and this is a big one for Barça because after a few days, second in the table, this afternoon we have the chance to get ourselves back top of La Liga after Real Madrid's slip-up away to Osasuna last night. So for Barça, a golden chance at the Spotify Camp Nou, back at home, where we have won every single game so far this season. It's a sunny day here in Barcelona. It's a day for football, and as I said, it's an important day too for Hansi Flick's squad. Spencer Seager, welcome back once more. Massive day this for Barça in the complexion of the season. 2 losses in a row now, so it's time to bounce back to get back to winning ways.
Yeah, first things first, dude, it's hot outside.
Lovely.
It's like shorts weather, and I know you've been here long enough to, I think, to see this trend as well, but most people in Catalonia, they dress for the season, not for the day.
Yeah.
So they go out in jeans, but today is not a day for jeans, even though I'm wearing jeans. I think I'm becoming one of them. But it's hot today, like a short sleeve kind of day.
When you're in the sun, it's proper hot. What I will say is it's one of those, it can trick you, and there'll be a few who get tricked to the stadium today. When that sun goes away, if they're in the shade today,
true,
you do get cold. But Spencer's right. It's a hot day. It's been a lovely weekend here in Barcelona. It really has been. And indeed in Catalonia. You can see the Barca players are warming up there on your screens right now. A massive and warm welcome to everyone in the members live chat once more for today's game between Barça and Levante. Ali is there. Gloria is there. Adam is in. Bruna McLumvist. Janet Louise Peña. Well, you're all here. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. And welcome back to what we hope is 3 points for Barça. Pedri is back. That's absolutely right. He is indeed back. Some of the best news of the day for Barça. Pedri and Marcus Rashford have the medical green light and indeed are in the Barça squad, which brings us on to, my friends, the Barça lineup for today's game. This is what Hansi Flick has elected to go for in this afternoon's clash against Levante. So he does make some interesting changes, actually. Maybe not what we expected, considering Barça have a clean week again without any midweek fixtures between now and our next game against Villarreal. But it's Joan Garcia in goal, Koundé at right back, Eric and Gerard Martín at the centre-backs. Joao Cancelo is starting at left back. Midfield, De Jong is next to Marc Bernal. Big start for him. Olmo gets the nod in the 10 spot. And then that front three are back together. Lamine, Rafinha and Lewandowski. And Spence the bench is looking good too. But
forget about the bench.
He does make quite a few changes though today, Flick.
This is great. You know, we used to do rate the lineup. Please rate the lineup out of 10. This is important because this is a different lineup. This isn't your same run of the mill that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, it hasn't been going well the last couple of weeks. Rate the lineup 1 to 10. I want to see in the chat what it looks like because for me we see 3.5 changes with Gerard Martín coming in as the center back so that Cancelo can start at left back. Bernal is the big change in the midfield and Robert Lewandowski up front. But I assume you have who is the key player of today's game lined up at some point, maybe not right now. Mm-hmm. So we'll get into what this 11 means a little bit later. But for now, 1 to 10 and why? Go.
Yeah, let us know, guys, in the members live chat. We do indeed have Bruna saying it's an 8.5. Lance says Eric Batman Garcia and Gerard Maldini standing strong. Yeah, that's some partnership there. Adam says 8. Lance says all out attack. 7 out of 10. There you go, guys. There you go indeed. So 7 out of 10. Lots of positive vibes today, which is what we need for today's program. It certainly is. Right, let's go to the Spotify Camp Nou, where our colleague Llorenç Tarés is indeed waiting for us to say good afternoon, Llorenç. It's not raining today. Plenty of sun in Barcelona and a big day for Barça in La Liga.
Good afternoon, Pablo. Welcome to the Spotify Camp Nou. Benvinguts a l'estadi, companys. Avui, deixeu-me dir, let me say, ni hao, Barça fans, perquè avui commemorem l'entrada del nou any xinès, l'any del cavall, i de fet durant tota la jornada aquí a l'estadi i durant l'escalfament hi haurà diversos homenatges a la comunitat xinesa, que és un dels grans seguidors també, una de les grans masses socials del Barça. De fet, avui a la llotja també hi haurà representació xinesa acompanyant els directius del Futbol Club Barcelona. Tot preparat per una jornada de Lliga en què coses del futbol avui pot tornar a canviar el líder. Una setmana li pot durar el liderat al Real Madrid, concretament 6 dies, perquè si avui el Barça guanya el Levante i s'imposa sumant els 3 punts, tornarem a estar al capdavant de la classificació. En una jornada on, evidentment, moltes mirades enfocades en Pedri, que avui torna a l'equip. De moment començarà la banqueta. De seguida parlarem amb Hansi Flick de tot el que dona de si aquesta prèvia. També torna Marcus Rashford i, evidentment, Rafinha, que ja va tornar en l'últim partit. Al davant, un Levant que conviu a la zona baixa. Evidentment, a aquestes alçades, aquests equips són perillosos. Màxim respecte per al conjunt granota, però avui el Barça vol sumar de 3 en 3. Recuperar sensacions després de les 2 últimes derrotes i tornar a ser, companys, el líder de la Lliga. De seguida, Hansi Flick, com deia, als nostres micròfons, i moltes més coses aquí a l'estadi. Ja sona la música, tot a punt per aquest Barça-Llevant de la jornada de Lliga.
Llorenç, thank you very much. We'll be connecting with you in just a few moments' time. And Spence, as Llorenç said, we are indeed commemorating the start of the Chinese New Year today for 2026. The year of the fire horse is what I've been researching. And I've seen there's been a lot of people who what they do is at the start of this, they go, right, what does this symbolize? What does it mean? Here are my ins, here are my outs for this new year.
Yeah.
We've done a bit of research, Spence.
Yep. Yes, we have.
This is symbolizing, in short, a movement of moving forward, of independence and indeed endurance. Are you feeling that this year, Spence?
I'm feeling that this week after what Barça have been through. So
endurance. Yeah.
So this is actually kind of like turning the page to a new year in a way, and Barça could use a little bit of fire.
Use your new emojis that you've got, guys, in the members live chat right now. They're pretty cool. They are indeed symbolizing the horse. There he is in the live chat. So get them in there, people, and we'll show the chat on our screen once I see the chat filled with those new Chinese New Year emojis. So let us know, people, and get them in the chat. Maybe what are your ins for this year with Barça? Let us know that as well, and we'll read a few of those out indeed. Spence, you mentioned it. Key player for today's game then for Barça. Gives us a chance to dissect this lineup a little bit more. I've put in a few interesting names in here, and here they are on your screens. I've gone for Cancelo. I think it could be a big night, or big afternoon, I should say, for him at left back. Will Barça have a lot of the ball? Will he be able to contribute from deep? Hasn't had many minutes since joining in January, but can it be his day? Bernal has a big role today, doesn't he, at the heart of midfield for Barça? It's a big call from Flick, who does have Pedri back on the bench today. We expect to see minutes from the Canarian later on. Or I've put Lewandowski. And I'm leaning towards the poll maybe, Spence, just because we have been struggling in front of goal in recent weeks. Not killing the games off enough and conceding silly goals also, but maybe not killing games off, and Flick goes for one of his trusted forwards to maybe do the job for him.
So it's funny because when you were going to make me point out a key player before even seeing the 3 people that you put up on the screen, those were going to be the kind. They're not. It's not a revelation here, a crazy one, but that's the obvious. Those are the 3 players that you're thinking, yeah, these are key. Lewandowski, for me, isn't as key in the sense that when I plug him into that spot, I know what I'm getting. So I have a feeling. I got a feeling he's got at least 1 in his boots today.
Yep.
Maybe even more than 1. But the answer between these 3 for me is pretty obvious. And it's Bernal, y'all. It's Marc Bernal, y'all. You got a problem.
Got a question.
You got a problem. I got something in the midfield for y'all. Because, so yesterday, I was out in Girona playing golf with a good friend named Luis Van Eckhout.
Ooh.
That is Robert's brother. He also works here at Barça Studios. Lives in Girona with me. And he and I were saying yesterday out on the course, we got to get Marc Bernal some more playing time.
Yeah, okay,
we got to find a way to get him in, because that midfield, especially against Girona, at times when we went into the game saying that we thought Barca's midfield was going to have the upper edge, they didn't. And it looked a little lost. And so I actually, I agree with most of the things the chat is saying, but where it says, who said it here? Someone said about all-out attack. Defense a bit IDK, of course, missing Pedri. Oh, where was it? There was something. Here we go. All-out attack. It was Lance. All-out attack, who cares about defense? I disagree. Marc Bernal is going to be that guy in the midfield, and he can connect some of those passes to break the lines. I think this could be a really good day for the attack because of the defense.
I'm hearing you, Spence. It has been a problem, and I think certainly against Girona it was a big problem. We left way too many gaps and made it way too easy for Michel's team. It does seem as if Flick has had a bit of time now, which he often hasn't had during the season, and that's the good work we did in the Champions League that's just given us that bit of time, isn't it, to look over a few things, to look over a few elements. You get the feeling the pressure when Barca don't have the ball to stop ourselves being so exposed with the high line will be key. I think today he had to make a change in midfield. We knew Pedri wouldn't start from the offset here, but for Bernal to go in there, that probably tells you that Flick's going, no, hey, we want a bit more stability in there, right?
Yeah, and I really like the idea of giving him a chance because I like Casado. We've seen him get his opportunities, and there are other midfielders who can step up in Pedri's absence. Like Frankie is very versatile because he can play further forward, and I think Barca are a better team when he's further back.
Okay.
But I think in a pinch, when you need somebody to fill more of a utility role in the absence of Pedri, Frankie can play that position further forward, which is probably what he's going to do today because it's not like they're sitting back with 2 6s against Levante.
No.
They're gonna get after this. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Lewandowski score 1, maybe 2. And this feels like one of those games actually where Frankie might grab 1 too.
I like it, Spence. I like it indeed. And in fact, when we go over our guess the scores later, you can give me some scorers too if you like, and we can have a little.
Let's do it.
We can have a see of who we think is going to score the goals.
We can mark them down
for Barca today. Right, let's hear from Hansi Flick. Then we've done a bit of talking, a bit of discussion. Let's see what the German coach had to say ahead of this one. No doubt he'll be keen to get back to winning ways. Here he is.
I'm Hansi Flick, ens acompanya. Hi, Hansi. This is a good opportunity for the team to show we are Barça. We want to win this league and also to change the feelings of the last game. How you feel with the team, the confidence of the team?
No, I think after 2 games we lost, so it's good to show something, so to respond. For me, we talked a lot. We analyzed a lot. Now it's all about the action on the pitch. So what I want to see is that they have the hunger to come back on the top of the table.
I would like to ask about this week. How did you see the players? You said we spoke a lot, but also I mean, when you lose, you can see the mentality of the team.
Yes, of course. I think we lost because of our attitude. We don't play on the best level, so we have to come back on that.
You spoke yesterday on the press conference about the leaders. Rafinha is back from the last game. Pedri, Rashford, Gavi will be back soon. That's so important for you and for the team.
Of course, especially in this moment. So it's good to have them back. It's good to have them back. We see how many minutes they get today, but we are happy.
Can we see Pedri some minutes today in the pitch?
Of course, this is our goal. So that he's also on the pitch and have some minutes, because it's also with him step by step, and also we have a lot of big games coming in the next coming weeks.
Let's go for the win. Thanks, Hansi.
Thanks.
Good luck.
There you go, people. Words of Hansi Flick ahead of this one. Interesting what you said there, Spence. I mean, we said he's had a bit of time to work on a few things. Tactically, I'm sure he would have. Also to talk to the players, though, that open dialogue, which is important, isn't it? And the big news also that we might see some minutes of Pedri too, which is nice. We expected it, but it's nice to hear him confirm it on Matchday too.
I'm looking forward to the Flick cam today because Hansi is going to be up and down, bouncing, celebrating goals. I'm feeling it tonight, baby. I'm feeling it.
All of that to come and more. We'll have plenty of that. And in fact, Coolheads, you've got a little special something coming your way this evening too. You're on this also, Spence, by the way. YouTube Premium members. First, I want to say a massive shout out for any of you who are a Barca member in general on our YouTube channel. Thank you, and well done, because you signed up and you got some nice perks, such as connecting with us in these live chats. You've got the members-only live streams too, which you can see there are some of our youth teams playing. Always good fun. And indeed tonight, guys, for YouTube Premium members, important I say that, 11 o'clock Central European time, so that's a local time here in Catalonia. Watch out for where that means for your time zone. Barca Legends, Real Madrid Leyenda. Spence, you're on commentary for this one. This is streaming, not available in the US, but everywhere else it is indeed available. Tune in, guys. Tune in. And if you're a premium member, you can watch it. Looking forward to this one?
Yeah, 11 p.m. our time. This game is going to be done at 6:15, more or less. Maybe another 45 minutes of post, 7 o'clock. That gives me about 4 hours to go get some pasta to get ready for the game, and then we'll call some Barca Legends. I'm looking forward to it. I always like Ronaldinho when he gets out there because he still manages to make a couple of moves within the course of a game that makes you go, he could probably start for Levante if they really needed him to.
Yeah, watch out for Ronaldinho tonight, guys. He's probably the main one to keep your eye on. So any of you guys who want to become a premium member, well, make it happen, because tonight is indeed the night to do it. We're seeing images of the warm-up here for Barça. So we may indeed see some images, we will in a few moments' time, of some interesting acts that are taking place around the Spotify Camp Nou today in relation to the Chinese New Year. So we'll see that in a few moments' time, we believe, just before kickoff. So watch out for that, people. Spence, let's talk a little bit about Levante, though, our opponents for this afternoon's game. A side who, struggling, it's fair to say, they had to change their coach midway through the season. They are indeed 19th currently, 7 points from safety. The good news for them is that of their 4 wins this season, 3 of them have come away from home and 2 of them have come in 2026. So a little bit of better form. But this is a team who conceded more goals than anyone in the league this season. What can they try and bring today to the Camp Nou?
Yeah, this is obviously going to be difficult for them to pull off. You said 2 of them have come in 2026.
2 of their 4 wins, yeah.
Another one came in Girona. It was a game that I was at now, to be fair, about a minute into the second half. It was 11 versus 9, and that finished 4-0. And I don't think that was the same type of win that you would expect them to pick up in any other game. But this team has fight because they have come from a place as a team. Like Oriol Rey has been there forever. He's in the midfield. This team lost a promotion playoff final a couple of years ago. They were forced. I mean, we remember them maybe 4 or 5 years ago when they were back in the Primera, and we might remember that Luke de Jong goal that he scored against Levante, where it was late, and it was like a 4 or 5 month stretch of only Luke de Jong. The other player I would look out for is Carlos Alvarez, because I'm sorry, he's really tiny, but he's really quick, and that could be a problem for Barça if they have a similar strategy to what some of the other teams have done, which is break through that high line. I don't know that Levante has enough, though. Yeah. Today, and honestly, I'm not sure if they have enough this season based on what else is out there to keep them up after a single year in the top flight. I'm not sure about it.
What you would say is that it is a team, of course, desperate in points. It can either be a side who are too desperate and in turn, it's easy to pick off, or they can be really dangerous. We'll have to wait and see. Big name people have been talking about this season is Eta Young. This is his 3rd straight game on the bench for Levante, which I find interesting. So he's not in the starting 11 for the away team today, which I did think is interesting. But hey, he is an option should Luis Castro need it off the bench. Spencer, let's play a quick pre-game quiz as the Barca players come to the end of their warm-up. I did enjoy the quiz that you gave me last week. I did, and it was good fun.
I was going to ask you if you wanted me to get back at it today, but maybe next time for the Copa.
Okay, I like it.
Or sorry, before that, Villarreal.
Yeah. I like it. We'll get that going soon. Here's your quiz then. There we have it, people. Question number 1. Those of you in the members live chat, play along. Spence, play along too. Now, we've spoken about the fact that Barça have won 11 from 11 at home in the league this season. Very good return. Over 3 stadiums too. Estadio Johan Cruyff, Montjuic, and the Spotify Camp Nou. How many goals have we scored at home in the league this season? 29, 32, or 34, Spencer Siegel?
Oof, you've made it very difficult because the margins are fine here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always trying to be careful writing them out. Let's see what... Hopefully no one's cheating, but let us know, people.
I mean, it could easily be any one of these 3. Obviously, if that's 11 games, that means they're averaging about 3 goals a game. But, man, that's tough. I'm just going to have to pull a rabbit out of my hat. I'll go in the middle. I'll say 32.
Okay, you're going 32. You're going 32. Okay, Spence. Let's see then what we have here. Anyone in the chat? Bruna says 34. Mike Lumbis agrees with you and says 32. The answer, Spence, is... It's a good return for Barça, but I suppose it's not what you were looking for, Spence. Second question. Here we go. Which of these players has played for both of these clubs? This is a great one. And look at the names we've got on our screens. Johan Cruyff, Maradona, or Neskens. Which of those 3 Spence. Only one of them has played for both Levante and Barça. I thought this was fascinating.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
I think I'm gonna have to rule out Maradona initially.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Because that wouldn't make a lot of sense to me based on just what his trajectory was.
Yep.
With Napoli and whatnot. I wouldn't put it past Johan Cruyff to have played for Levante in the 70s.
Okay.
So, I think I'm gonna stick with that. I think I'm gonna go with you. I could be way off here, and I'm not expected to know his entire career trajectory. Obviously, he came from Países Bajos, from the Netherlands, but I'm gonna go with Johan. But why not?
Well, we've got loads and loads and loads of 3s in the chat, Spence, but the answer is Johan Cruyff. Outstanding from you, Spence. I thought I might have thrown you off there with that final one.
Yeah, because it's more desconocido, and we got there.
We're going quickly here, though. This
Okay.
is I like this one. Who scored their first Barça goal versus Levante? Coutinho, Memphis Depay, or Luke de Jong?
Wow, those are 3 names that bring me back to a very specific time period. It could also be any of those 3. It's not Luke, I don't think, because he did that later. That was in a flurry. Memphis scored his first goal against Athletic Club, I want to say. So I'm going to go with Coutinho.
Very good from you, Spence, in terms of narrowing it down. But unfortunately,
No!
you've made an error.
It was.
It was, yeah.
Wow.
You're right. He scored this and didn't score for a while again, and then he went on the flurry. Yeah, but this was
Okay, fair
I
enough.
didn't remember this goal at all. I had help from my editors in hand for this one. There you go, guys. Quiz. Well done to anyone who got 3 out of 3 who played along. There were quite a few varied responses there in the chat, so not an easy one. We'll be back, of course, next week for more. There's the Barca team I want to remind you of for today's game. Just over 7 minutes to go until kickoff. A chance to get back top of La Liga. Joan Garcia, Koundé, Eric, Gerard Martin, Cancelo, De Jong, Bernal and Olmo, and then Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. Well, guys, we are about some 3 weeks from elections now at Barça. 15th of March is the date for those. We can go to Llorenç Sarés at the Spotify Camp Nou to get us up to date with some latest news surrounding the elections. I'll do a brief translation once we're finished here. For any of you who are Catalan viewers who can vote, if you are a member, tune to this. We have some latest elections news surrounding the club. Llorenç, endavant.
Sí, Pablo, la jornada d'avui també té un caràcter electoral perquè és el primer partit des que es van convocar les eleccions del proper dia 15 de març i avui la Junta Electoral ha aprovat el cens definitiu per a aquests comicis del dia 15 de març. 114.504 socis i sòcies estaran cridats a les urnes per triar el nou president del Futbol Club Barcelona, ja sigui Joan Laporta, que segueix al càrrec, o algun dels altres precandidats. Per cert, avui tots ells són aquí a l'estadi en diferents carpes recollint signatures. Recordem que tots els precandidats necessiten una xifra de signatures de suport per esdevenir candidats i poder-se presentar oficialment a aquestes eleccions. Per tant, ja hem vist representants de les diverses precandidatures avui al voltant de l'estadi. És, evidentment, una altra de les notícies, però esportivament nosaltres ja tenim ganes que comenci a rodar la pilota i poder celebrar, com dèiem, que tornem a ser líders. Tot a punt aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou. Pablo i companyia, benvinguts a l'espectacle.
Llorenç, thank you very much. For those of you unaware, 15th of March is when the elections for the presidency of FC Barcelona will indeed be held, and the new president of the club will indeed be decided. It's been confirmed that 114,504 members have met the necessary requirements to vote in those elections. And Spence, take a good look at this, my friend. This is all of the sort of stuff that was going on in the build-up to this game. For the Chinese New Year. And there you go, guys. There you go. This was some of the stuff happening around the stadium. Lots of fans are intrigued by it all. That little robot at the start has frightened you a bit, yeah?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, little scary. But I get it. It's 2026, Or actually, well, Chinese New Year? It's...
Yeah, 2026, yeah.
No. I don't know. I have to check that out. I'm sort of in a trance with this.
There's the dragon around the sun. This is, of course, the year of the horse, people, the fire horse. if you like. But some nice actions here before this game. We want to remind all of you guys, and I've just seen one of you actually join up to become a Barca YouTube Premium member. Barbara Kimesiak, very warm welcome to you. You'll be able to watch the Barca Legends game tonight live on the YouTube channel of the club. That's between Barça and Real Madrid Leyendas, 11 o'clock Central European time. Get yourselves involved. You've got a new emoji to use in the live chat too, so let us know all of that. A special day this for Barça because Pedri's back, Rashford's back in the squad there on the bench. As you can see the lineups on your screen. We're a few moments away from kickoff, and for Barça, it's a big chance. It's a chance for them to get back to the top of the table, which Spence brings me on to some of our guess the scores for this game.
All right.
You and me nearly went for the same one here, but we actually you switched up last minute. I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down here goal scorers.
Okay.
Because
to remind yourself.
Well, because you're gonna have to do it, and I'm gonna have to do it, and I will keep tally here. So
and Llorens has done it as well.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I've got all three of us ready to go. Actually, if you want to give me yours first, I'm ready to write it down.
Guys in the members live chat, play along, please. People in the members live chat, play along. Let us know your prediction and, apart from the prediction, who you think will score. I'm going 4-0 Spence, and my scorers are Lewandowski, Olmo, Rafinha, and Fermin off the bench.
Nice.
You got to play when you go for such a big score. You've got to have a sub in there. You know, Spence. Who are you?
I agree. I need a quick look at the bench just to make sure that I can confirm what I'm looking for today, because I have Lewandowski ×2.
I like it.
I have Frankie, Lamine, and I'm gonna pick a bench player as well. Fermin's not a bad choice, but I'll take Rashford.
Okay, I like it. You've gone for Rashford as well. Llorens has gone 3-1. I actually had his up a minute ago. I don't know why I went off it. Llorens has gone 3-1, and he's gone for... I've gone all the way up here. Llorens has gone Eric Garcia, Ferran Torres, and Lamine Yamal. Confirmation, guys, by the way, that the players are going to walk out with their names in Chinese on the back of the shirt, so then switch in to their playing shirts for this one. But a nice touch here for the Chinese New Year. You can see the mascots are there too, with writing on Chinese on their shirts too. Lamine Yamal, we can see images of him in the tunnel. There's not long to go, people. Thank you for all of your predictions in the members live chat. Some good ones in there today. I've seen a 6-2 here from Andy, which is nice. Gloria says goal scorers Lamine, Olmo, Leva, and Rafa. Front four. I like it. Easy front four. And a lovely sunny day at the Spotify Camp Nou. You can see the shade over one part of the stadium. But there we go, people. Get the Barca lineup back on your screens. A reminder, the Legends game can be watched tonight at 11 o'clock. And here at the Spotify Camp Nou, where we're not long away now from kickoff. What we know will be vital. Gavi just walking through the tunnel there. He's not in the squad today, but he is back training with the group. Rafinha will know how important this one is for Barca. They start the day 2 points behind Madrid. A win puts them 1 point above their arch rivals. This is Matchday 25 in LaLiga. Spence, it's nearly showtime.
I'm feeling good about this today. I'm feeling really good because I think this team is ready to finish this game off in the first half for the first time in a while.
Yeah, let's
I really believe that today.
I'm liking the optimism, and let's hope, and we can have some fun in the second half. So there we go, guys. The Levante players also making their way through the tunnel. I just saw El Comandante Morales there, Spence, which is a nice touch. A player who usually does quite well against us. He scored in the first game, actually, between these two sides. 2-3 win for Barca in August.
He was the first player for the games that I was doing top flight commentary on the world feed who scored a hat trick in a game that I did. Yeah? He was playing for Villarreal at the time. He did it against Osasuna. And I think it was the second goal was end to end, and it was one of the goal of the season candidates. And how old is he now? He's got to be 36 or 37 at least.
He must be. I'll double check for you now.
Because, but he always, he was with Levante and then he went to Villarreal. We're 38.
38. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean that's impressive.
Talk about cult heroes, if you like, or legends or whatnot. What a brilliant player, and watch out for him off the bench potentially this afternoon. We're running a few minutes behind here. It's nearly already 4:15, but Barca and Levante ready to take to the field. You can see the players ready in the tunnel as the anthem rings around the stadium. Let's go to game commentary. Hello and welcome to Matchday 25 in La Liga. It's Barça versus Levante, and the Catalans know they have a chance to put themselves back top of La Liga after a week or so in second place. The famous anthem rings around the stadium. Levante, well, they're in dire need of points, aren't they? 19th in the table. They sit right now. Spencer Siegel, you're giving us a nice rendition of the Barca anthem as it goes around the stadium.
I was doing it for the Barca Live people. You know,
Yeah.
we always just checked into game commentary. So yeah, welcome. Let's go. Let's get this thing underway. And the Spotify Camp Nou, the no Spotify Camp Nou, is feeling good today. So am I. So are you. We've all had our coffee. Let's get this thing underway. Come on now.
We are feeling good. It's a lovely sunny day here in Barcelona. As you can see, we're also celebrating the Chinese New Year. As you can see, the players' names in Chinese on the back of their shirts for this one. And a certain Ronald Koeman's in attendance. There you go. Talk about Barca legends. There's one of them in the stands. Great day to be a football fan. For Barca, could be a great day because it could mean they go back top of the table. For Levante, 7 points from safety. They're in need of points. They need to start picking them up from somewhere. That's nice, isn't it? A cappella for the final part. Barça.
What?
Here's the lineup then from Hansi Flick. He does make a few changes, by the way, from that defeat to Girona on Monday night. So Cancelo starts at left back. Centre-back partnership doesn't contain Cubarsí. It's Eric and Gerard Martin. Koundé's at right back. Marc Bernal, the big name in midfield alongside De Jong and Olmo. And then Lewandowski's reintroduced to the front line. He's got Lamine Yamal and Rafinha flanking him.
Yeah, this is a lineup that we talked about in the pregame where the changes are going to really determine the flow of this game for me because Marc Bernal in the midfield, if he gets his feet on the ball often, Barça, I think, are going to be in really good shape.
Yeah, let's hope so. It's an exciting midfield pair, really, of De Jong and Bernal, isn't it? Talk about total control. Javier Alberola is the referee. He's got Jorge Figueroa helping him in the VAR room. Take a good look through that Levante team then for you guys. We spoke about it, haven't we? In need of points, really. Matt Ryan's in goal. He's only ever played once against Barca previously. That was in a 7-0 defeat with Valencia. He'll hope he doesn't concede as many this afternoon. Jeremy Tolian, I thought, was excellent in the reverse fixture at right back. Watch out in the front line here for Tunde. Actually ex-La Masia. There's no Eta Young, one of the main names spoken about by Levante this season, and indeed their top scorer. He's on the bench. 5 goals he has. And they've changed coach in December too. Barca fans already in party mood, but they've got to get the job done today. There can be no complacency. Not now. Not with what's happened in recent weeks for Barca, who have struggled to kill off games, really, in important moments. And they've got to make sure they put that right today. A golden chance, really, to go back top of the table. It really is. Within 1 week of a losing top spot, they've got to get it done.
Exactly. That's the thing. They've struggled, and yet here they are, despite those struggles, with a chance to get right back to the top of the table, put everything behind them. We're underway. Let's get this thing going, Pablo Bulls Blanco.
Here we go, people. Underway then at the Spotify Camp Nou. First intervention there by Gerard Martin and Levante looking to break away early on here. Well, this will be a disastrous start. Watch out. Big opportunity. Eric Garcia got a touch. Garcia makes the save. And he had to go at the rebound too. 20 seconds on the clock there, Spence. Nearly the disaster start.
Oh, and it was the man we were talking about too, Carlos Alvarez. Alvarez, yeah. I want to say Carlos Alcaraz, which is also a player who plays for Everton, I think, right? There's another.
Yes, would have been worrying if the tennis player was in on goal, wouldn't it?
But Alvarez was in on goal, and he actually had more time than he thought there. He got beyond the last defender and had a chance to actually set himself. He just took the shot too quickly. Barca dodging bullets early. All right, we're settled. We're in. We're going. Let's play football.
And that's not the first time that's happened this season. I seem to remember, I think it might have been Alaves. I could be wrong on that. Barca conceded within about a minute 30 seconds. And that would have been, well, the last thing that Hansi Flick would have wanted, wouldn't it, after what's been a difficult week for Barca. And he would have done a lot of talking to his players about focus, about not conceding in silly moments. And, well, we conceded right off of kickoff against Girona after scoring our goal with Cubarsí. Didn't really want to do the same sort of thing there, did we? And Spence, that might lead me on to an early question here. And
go on.
This is why I try and get them in early because, well, this happens.
Yep. First goal scorer.
Key of the game. We'll get that. We'll get in the chat in a minute.
All right.
I've said here, get the press right without the ball, just to stop our defence being so exposed, you know. Be ruthless in attack. We know that Barça needed that. Get the second, third goal in games. I said switch on after we score. Maybe I should change it to switch on from centre.
I'm going to think about this for a second.
Take your time, Spence. Here's Eddie Garcia swinging the ball wide here for Koundé. Thought about it. You can see how deep Levante are sitting already, as you would expect. Although, maybe good news for Barça. No team's conceded more than them in La Liga so far this campaign. De Jong with a switch over here to João Cancelo. Cancelo now, we know wants it on his right usually. Cuts back onto his right now. Can go either side. Cancelo, nice ball. Koundé's in! Oh! Should have been fullback to fullback. He should have scored, Koundé.
Good.
Could he have gone with his head, Spence? Fed on his boot, missed it.
I thought Koundé did everything he could to get there. He arrived very late into the box, Koundé. Cancelo was zigging and zagging and dingling and dangling. I think Koundé made the right decision.
Agreed, yeah. Should score.
It's a tough one. He was put off just a little bit by the defender, but that's the kind of start that we're looking for. So switch on from the start. I like it. That was good.
Oh, well, we said it, haven't we, about Cancelo at left back. It's a different sort of option, isn't he? That's exactly what he's got in his locker, Spence, and that's what Flick will be looking from him today. Joining in the attack, and he carved out a golden chance there, didn't he? What a brilliant piece of play, skill. The cross was excellent.
Yeah, that was perfect because it started on the right-hand side with Lamine. There was somewhat of a triple team there on his side. And so maybe that opens things up for the left side with Cancelo, who's plugged in again and off and running again, and he's got Rafinha.
Here is Rafinha, the Brazilian, tries a similar sort of dink to the back post. It's behind and for a corner. Barca probing early on here. Question in the live chat for you. First scorer. I'm not sure Koundé was on that list. Lewandowski, Lamine, Rafinha, or other. Let us know in the chat if you have another option. I'm going to lob my vote in of Robert Lewandowski, Spence, so you feel free to reserve yours for later on. And neither of us had Koundé as an option to score, did we?
No, we didn't. I'm with you on Levy. I'll take Levy for sure.
Olmo laid off here to Lamine Yamal. This is Cancelo. Thought about going for goal, didn't he? Cancelo now shifts it over to his left foot. Chance for Eric. Should be 1-0. And it's Marc Bernal who gets a goal yet again at the Spotify Cup now. He only got his first a few weeks ago against Mallorca. Well, he's got his second here. And Barça have the perfect start here. Marc Bernal. You better believe it, has done it again for Barça. Barça 1, Levante 0.
He's starting to make a name for himself. He's Bernal, y'all. Marc Bernal getting into those areas. And it's funny because I was seeing it in the first attack for Barça. And I thought Bernal in attack would be a little bit further back and Frankie would be the player to get further forward. That hasn't been the case. Marc Bernal, who is very clearly onside, was the guy who, as a midfielder, decided to take control, and that's just a nice little deflection goal, and maybe Matt Ryan should have stopped it, but at such short range, it's really tough to get to. Give him credit, man. He's got an eye for goal. That's his second, and now it's starting to become routine.
Well, talk about a striker's finish there. Across the front post, Bernal snooping in. And a centre-back, Eddie Garcia, with the assist too. So, not really who we expected to open the score today, is it? But we'll take that all the while. Here come Levante. Cancelo had to do some defending there.
Flags up, sir. Please.
I thought this before the game as well, so I've had it ready.
Oh, look at that. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Very much. Thank you. I actually have a second surprise for you today.
And my goodness me.
I'm telling you right now, you and everybody watching at home, you're going to love this garbage. It is going to blow your mind, and I'm not trying to speak in hyperbole just for the sake of it. The first time that we see Levante pick up a booking, just wait. It's going to blow your freaking mind. I'm serious.
Is it any player who picks up a booking or only a Levante player?
No. It's got to be a Levante.
Okay.
Player. We only show we don't show cards.
Okay.
Barca gets booked.
Okay.
It can be red too, but it's probably going to be yellow.
Here's De Jong, now Rafinha. Well, I'll tell you what, Spence, after the week Barca have had, what a good start they've made there. They nearly scored with Koundé, and then it almost felt ominous, didn't it, for Levante immediately, and exactly what Hansi Flick would have wanted the game to look like from the start. He's got it. And Cancelo's linked up well early on too. He was the one who found himself in a central position. and flick that ball forward. They're playing good, liquid football here,
Yes.
Barça. They really are.
Yeah.
Cancelo, loads of room for him again. Too much, really, from a Levante perspective. He's enjoying himself far too much, Cancelo, isn't he?
He sure is.
What a good decision to put him out there. He's really showing his quality.
Yeah.
And Levante able to hack things clear, but there's no one really up top there to gather the ball. Barça, who've maybe looked a little bit off it in recent weeks, really on it today.
I mean, I think the key to the game was indeed just, we've said this as a key to the game before, maybe just not today, although we sort of morphed it into our own, which is come out of the gate ready to go, and the ball is bouncing around right now. It's more like a super ball than it is a bowling ball. It's actually just pinging, and players are making quick decisions, no more than 2 touches, unless your name is Joao Cancelo, apparently. And everybody just seems to be locked in from the get-go, and I really like the way this is rolling, and that's why I think this could be a good day for the Blaugrana.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope it's a day of goals. Look what's on your screen, Spence.
Oh, yes, sir. We got the flick cam. Give me that flick cam.
Here's Lamine Yamal, dancing feet from him. Bernal almost flicked on header. Was he fouled? Bernal, referee says no. That's a risky back pass. Rafinha should have scored. Lewandowski won't. Oh, big chance for too early on. Disastrous back header that, wasn't it? Goodness me. A big save by Matt Ryan, and then Lewandowski couldn't keep his effort down. Chaos at the back for Levante. Deary me.
Oh, a dangerous header. Rafinha had it read the whole way. And Lewandowski did this perfectly. He did it right. That's what you're supposed to do. It came to him. It was higher than his waist, or it was right about waist high. So he hits it into the ground, and he actually struck it so sweet that he hit it too hard into the ground and it bounced over the crossbar.
Hansi Flick must be delighted with the way his team have started, but he'll certainly want them to get the second goal, not let this get silly. You don't want it to be turned into one of those games where we're sat here wondering how Barça haven't scored more than one, but certainly the signs are really positive so far. It's been a dominant start from the Blaugrana. They've had good chances early on. Apart from the goal we scored, could have scored 2 others easily. Koundé and Lewandowski, big chances. It's going to easily trickle out for a throw. And Eric Garcia, you get the feeling he will be playing the next few league games because he's suspended in the return leg of the Cup against Atleti here.
I really like when Eric is one of the 2 players in charge of the back line. And obviously with now Gerard Martin taking that other center-back position, Eric becomes the veteran leading the line when, you know, in the past there might have been somebody else there, but giving Cubarsí the day off, it's pretty obvious that everything as it is right now runs through Eric from the back.
You can see he's taking up quite a central spot, isn't he? Gerard Martin peeling wider left, and a good player for Barca to have in that sort of role to make things happen. Here is Gerard Martin. Koundé. Lamine Yamal.
Everybody just looks fresh right now.
They
and
do.
I think something that definitely is, there's something to be said with not having played a game in 6 days.
One of the very few times this season Barca have had that luxury, certainly since the turn of the new year. Cancelo, and then he got in there. He might still make something of this.
Woo, he is looking really good right now.
Some performance by Joao Cancelo. We don't usually give man of the match in 10 minutes, but I'll tell you what, wow. Cancelo's been excellent. Eric. Now Koundé. Inside to Lamine Yamal. Oh, good give and go. Koundé's in again here.
Whip it.
Koundé to the back post. Oh, and Lewandowski had it taken off his head by Rafinha, didn't he? Cancelo wins it back. And Levante for now get it clear. Oh, and a free kick blown. I think that was coming to the pole there, wasn't it, Spence?
That was Levy's goal.
Yeah, that was.
Rafa, get out of the way. Oh, my goodness. That was... Levy, that's a goal if it reaches Lewandowski. You just know it is. Oh, he's so frustrated.
Agonising, really, for Lewandowski there, who was right on the mark. And, well, you'd imagine there was only one outcome there if that had reached his head. Watch out here because Levante have peeled forward and they've got some players over here too. Koundé wanted the ball instead. It's Manuel Sanchez. Was that a handball? Looked like it to me in live time. Alvarez. Nice flick wide here. In by Manu. It's off Koundé. And behind for a corner. First one of the game for the away team there. There is Luis Castro. coach of Levante. I thought Manuel Sanchez actually did a great job of dealing with Lamine Yamal in the reverse fixture. He's got a tough afternoon ahead of him today. So the first corner here for Barca to deal with of the afternoon. And Spence, there's a lot of discussion in the chat, which we'll get to in a minute.
Is there?
Delivery to the back post. Oh, it's an excellent delivery too. Agonising and dealt with just about from Barça. Lots of discussion of this Marc Bernal wrap. You showed it last week, didn't you, in that game against, well, this week still, isn't it? That game against Girona.
Breaking through 22. I like it, Alia. That's the way to go.
So, right.
Breaking through 22.
Breaking through 22.
Nice.
He can ball, yell.
Well,
okay.
Maybe we'll get a Bernal wrap. Maybe we won't. I can't. Like an original.
Yeah.
But I have a bigger problem when it comes to Lamine, who is
Speaking
currently just did an excellent job winning the ball back and then unfortunately giving away. But now it's a goal kick. All right. My problem, Pablo, is that the chorus reads pristine 19.
Yeah.
He's number 10 now. He changed his number.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Unless I re-record. Here's the other thing. He turns 19 years old this summer. So for one more year, it could count.
I think keep it. I think pristine 19 still works because it was still his number and it was like a number to remember. Here's Cancelo. Oh, he's having a game to remember, isn't he? That should have been touched in by someone.
3 Barca players who could have gotten onto that. And it comes out to pristine 10.
Lamine Yamal for Barca. Back now to Koundé. Dink to the back post away by the Levante defence, who right now are simply hanging on in there.
Yep.
Bernal. Scorer of Barca's only goal so far. Oh, nice.
Oh, lolo.
Nice little dummy from Lamine. Brings it over here to the right-hand side. Lamine's got Koundé making the overlap. Dinks it in. Cleared away. Nah. See what Levante are trying. They're just trying to play those long balls up. Hack it over the top.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought that was good strength, I must say. And Eddie Garcia maybe just about getting away with one. It was Romero, wasn't it? Yeah, who just there. Is that enough for you, Spence, for a foul?
It's enough for the referee, and that's all that matters.
In your refereeing days, what were you giving there?
I guess it depends on where I was situated, because that was a tough one. Listen, been a lot of talk about the referees the last week or so, and that includes yesterday too. It's never gonna end.
No.
So we might as well just enjoy it. I thought it was funny because that Girona game winner, the first thing you said was he got stepped on, but I don't trust them to rule it out.
Yep. And that's what happened. Oh, that's a nice breakaway ball though. Here come Levante, who all of a sudden might well get in behind it. I'll tell you what, Barca defence has recovered well. It's still Romero. That's a wonderful reverse ball. And Juan Garcia with an even better stop to deny the equaliser. My goodness me.
Give me some airplanes.
Airplane emojis in the chat here, but that was a superb save. I think we might have it here if you want us, Spence. You can use it yourself. I'll tell you what, here come Levante first. Away by De Jong. Cancelo should be able to clear. There it is, yeah.
Which one is it?
I'm not sure I can see it here. There it is. Parada, there you go. This attack's not over yet, though. Levante still coming forward. And Olmo can shuffle things clear, but no. So scrappy in there. Gerard Martin will do well to get this clear. He finds Lamine Yamal, exactly who you'd want to find in that sort of situation. Lamine. Oh, slip there. It's going to let Lewandowski in, is it? No, he's forced a bit wide.
Lewandowski, the winger.
Yeah. Having to try and roll back the years there. Barca are able to retain possession. Long, lengthy spell of attacking possession there for the away team. Just about sniffed out in the end.
Good airplanes, people.
Barca. Yeah, there they are, guys.
Good job.
And Juan Garcia again, Spence, when called upon, coming up really big, isn't he, for Barca right now?
Yeah.
Seems to make a few of those every week.
Yeah, agreed.
De Jong. Good option always so far is Cancelo. Back to De Jong. It's interesting. Rafinha's coming further inside on the field, and it's allowing all that room for Cancelo. He's certainly enjoying it. Olmo. Koundé. Lamine. Good Barca football triangles. Olmo. Tackled firmly too by a few Levante players. Get the feeling this is pretty much going to be the pattern of play. Let's have a look at how the match stats are looking so far this afternoon. There you can go. There you can see them, people. Lots of Barca possession, as you'd probably expect. And Levante right now, their only real hope has been getting themselves out to halfway, hacking the ball on.
Yeah, I don't want to get too greedy here.
There's a chance. Wow.
But I would like to see Barca just, as I said before, put this game away.
That's an excellent deep ball, though. And there's a touch round the keeper. And it's going to go wide of the post. The offside flag was up anyway. On Alcaraz there, who was in. Alvarez, I should say.
I know, it's tough, man.
You've fooled me once, and now I've been fooled again.
But I'd like Barca to try and put this game away before halftime today.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those days where that would be very nice.
Yeah, it feels like we're being greedy, doesn't it? But with what's happened in recent weeks.
What's the word? Avaricioso? No? I think so. I think that's
yeah,
great.
no, yeah. Koundé. Back here to Eddie Garcia. Frenkie de Jong with that deep ball there. Look at Rafinha running in behind. Lewandowski's trying to make his way there too.
Yeah.
Nice pull back to Olmo. Good defending. Really good defending. Stopped him in his tracks. Lamine Yamal though. Good defending by Manuel Sanchez on this occasion. Corner for Barca. Looked like an Olmo second there, didn't it, for Barca at one point with the pull back towards him. Ola Sagasti, I think it was, who got back in there and made the vital intervention. Corner's been taken short here. Rafinha. Lots of Barca players in the box. Still Rafinha. Dinks it to the back post. Bernal was up there. Becoming a presence in the box, isn't he, Marc Bernal? Now Lewandowski.
The winger. Look at
Koundé's overlapping him. Back to Cancelo. That's a nice idea. Didn't quite find its intended target, and now Levante will be able to clear.
That's the first time that Cancelo had his little dancing boots on and he made the wrong decision. It's the first time all game because he's been really creative and he's thinking about doing it differently, but sometimes you do just have to take the simple pass. That was one of them.
Yeah, he tried quite an intricate ball, didn't he, towards Bernal. It was never really going to come off, not from that angle. Rare possession here for Levante, able to just get their foot on the ball. They'll certainly appreciate that. The switch is good too. Romero's making a good run in the middle. It might well find him, but Joan Garcia sprawls out there and
having a great game.
Able to retain that one in his gloves. What a brilliant addition that was for Barca in the summer. The first yellow card of the game is going to be released here for Tunde. And this, you know what it means, Spence.
All right, so here we go. I'm
go
gonna go off screen for a second because I gotta grab something.
Okay. Spence is going to go and grab something. The first yellow card of the game, there is to Tunde. You can see there Rafinha was pulled down as the Brazilian tried to get away up the field. Nearly 20 minutes on the clock. Barca 1, Levante 0. This is Frenkie de Jong. Now Bernal. Spence, you're back.
I'm here. Okay.
So you got something special for us today, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, but you're not gonna know right away. So here's what I'm gonna do. So we have our first yellow card of the game, right? So I'm gonna show a yellow card, and you might think, what in the world is he showing? It says CNA Aragon.
Okay.
This yellow card and this red card, which we don't need to use right now.
No.
They are official referee Spanish Federation issued cards from the 1970s.
Ooh.
That were owned and used by my father-in-law when he officiated the Segunda in the 1970s. And he just gifted them to me this week, and here we go. These are official cards. The other ones, there's the little crappy plastic ones. No more. I'm not putting these in my pocket because I don't want to bend them, please.
That's very cool, isn't it? I'm a big fan of that. Watch out here, Spence. Barca could well have their second goal. Lamine Yamal. Still Lamine. Nice switch to... No, not a nice switch at all. I thought Cancelo was going to be there. He wasn't. This is cool, Spence. Very cool indeed. They're quite big.
They're
Do you not think they're a lot bigger than they are now? I think when I see them on TV, right?
I don't know if the size has changed. They're definitely thick though. It's almost like holding a thick credit card.
That would be quite a lot to have in your pocket, though, wouldn't it? Like,
Yeah.
no, like.
He told me a story this week about when he was officiating and how he chose to officiate games. And he said one game, he didn't do it for very long. It was kind of like he was young and then eventually went on to, having a real job. But he said one game before the game, because he knew it was going to be intense, he brought the two captains together and he said, "Mira, solo tengo esta tarjeta. No tengo la otra. Y nada más. I only have this card and nothing more." And then 5 minutes into the game, there was a challenge that actually warranted this card, so he pulled it out right away, and that set the tone.
Wow, so he was saying, I ain't giving yellow cards today yet.
Because I asked him, I said, "Did you ever use the red card?"
Yeah.
And that was the story.
Yeah, and there it was. There you go. Cancelo's having an absolute exhibition so far, Spence. In the tales of that story, he was produced a brilliant piece of skill too. Bernal.
Shout out Luis.
Lamine Yamal. Got it onto his left foot. He likes it there. Missed.
The only problem with Luis is that he's a Real Madrid fan.
Wow, okay.
And the only reason he's a Real Madrid fan is because he lives in Lleida. He grew up he grew up elsewhere, but he moved to Catalonia and he just likes to be the contrarian. That's the only reason.
I think I remember you saying this actually, yeah.
So, penalti pa nadie. Tarjeta.
We're halfway through the first half here, P, but it's been a satisfactory first half so far for Barça, who are comfortably dealing with this one so far. But they're only a goal up, and whilst it's only one, this one remains very much in the balance. Manuel Sanchez. Rafinha trying to apply some pressure here. Well, Barca will be so pleased, won't they, really, with the names they're able to get back in, Spence. Not just Pedri and Rashford on the bench today. Rafinha's fully fit again. He's in the squad. But I saw something this week because Gavi is also reincorporated with part of the group training too, that said only Andreas Christensen isn't training with the group right now for Barca. I mean, for February, that's a very good piece of news for Barca, isn't it? Often got a lot of injuries at this point. And Cancelo just can't stop, can he?
They're asking for a handball, and I kind of get it, but that's one of those where I don't really think you can do much about it.
Do you think it hit his
Let's
leg
see.
first? Yeah.
That's tough.
It definitely comes off his hand.
Yeah. Like, if that directly led to a goal, you'd rule it out, but because of where it happened on the pitch, I think it's a play on. Very close.
Bernal.
But talking about the level of Barca's health in February is important, but I think even more important that by the time you get to April, March too, because you begin the knockout portion of the Champions League for them, that's when you need peak health. That's when you need everybody back and available, and things can happen between now and then, but for the most part, it looks like Hansi's team is managing this very well.
Brilliant news for Barca today. We certainly hope to see a few of those names in the second half. Large chunk of the ball so far for the Blaugrana. Here's Cancelo. Back now to Rafinha. And Frankie de Jong. Lamine.
Ooh, la, 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 la.
Showing all of those party tricks once more. Still Lamine Yamal. And still. Always wants on his left, doesn't he? Koundé now.
Recycle. Easy. There you go.
Barca, well, they just keep going again, don't they? It's attack versus defence, really, at this stage. Cancelo. Right sort of game for him. Still Cancelo. Lewandowski's in there. He was just behind him, I think. He'd run right across the 6-yard box. Koundé now. Back here to Lamine Yamal.
Yep.
De Jong. Thought about it. Gerard Martin.
Nice.
Joao Cancelo.
Rafinha.
Cancelo's cross. Lewandowski's in there. It's off the post. I think that would have been Cancelo's goal. It went all the way through. But still no second goal for Barça. Wow.
Did Levy leave that on purpose, or was he trying to get it? Let's see. Here comes the cross. Levy. Now he was never getting there. Yeah. And Ryan was sort of put off by Lewandowski's run because you're sure that that's probably taking a deflection of some kind. Those are some of my favorite goals. Are those where
all the way in, yeah?
Yeah, where there's like, it's almost like a ghost assist, you know?
Rafinha takes the subsequent corner short. Lamine. Rafinha wants more low, and
good idea.
In the end, behind for another corner.
That is very clearly practiced in training, and I like to see that because Barca have struggled to score from set pieces. That was Rafinha taking Lamine's pass first time and with momentum on his side, trying to drill that ball into the area. And then after that, you know, anything goes.
Gila Martin amongst those lurking in the box. This time it does go directly in there, easily cleared at the front post though. And Barca will start again with a throw-in. It's been good so far, Spence, hasn't it? Energetic, lots of chances for Barca. They'll just be wanting to get that second goal, weren't they? Just for what you were saying, to stop any doubts or any nerves in this game. But I think so far there's a foul, yeah, push, wasn't it? Two hands. A lot of reason to be optimistic, isn't there?
Yeah, this has been a great first half. And I think even if the scoreline is 1-0 at the end of 45 minutes, I caution people to get, you know, historically, traditionally frustrated by the fact that we haven't scored more. I think you got to take this game, even if you end up winning it 1-0, which hopefully you don't. Hopefully we don't have to struggle and suffer that way. But I'm looking at the way that they're playing, not how many goals they're scoring right now.
Rafinha's free kick is overhit really, and Matt Ryan leaves that all the way behind for another goal kick. He'll be disappointed with that delivery, won't he, Rafinha?
Ali, a tiny basketball hoop. Did you bring your tiny basketball hoop from the last studio? I don't know where that basketball hoop is. I have no idea.
Could have been shooting some hoops. Hang out behind us there.
Well, I do have 4 hours between this and Barca Legends, and there is a basketball court like right up the hill. So, and I have a basketball in the car.
Oh, really?
So always keep a basketball in the car.
Martin will do well to deal with this. He finds Joan Garcia. Now Eric.
Actually, the last time, one of the times that I saw Levante play live and in person, I played basketball in Vitoria, and it was the promotion playoff semifinal. Was that Levante? No, I lied. Sorry, I lied because they played them in the final. Sorry, that was Alaves Eibar, and then Alaves beat Levante on a penalty from Asier Villalibre.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
Was that the chaos, the crazy one? Yeah. Was that the 120th minute one?
Yeah. It was like if it was like Levante, because it would have ended in a draw and they were the higher seed. Levante would have gone up if they had just held on for another minute, and then Alaves got a penalty and Villalibre buried it, and Alaves went up, and Levante were forced to try it again. Yeah. But now both teams are in the Primera, so it's okay.
Lamine Yamal. Now Koundé. Eric Garcia. I mean, there's been lots of this, hasn't there? What you don't want is Barca to slip into a little bit of a lull. Lots of dominance.
Just keep probing.
Yeah. Want to keep getting those shots away on Matt Ryan's goal. That's the key, isn't it? Lamine. Koundé made that darting run. Still Lamine. Quick feet from him. Nice from Lamine Yamal.
Just shoot. Just shoot,
he tried to reverse, yeah.
No, just take it on yourself. It's okay.
Yeah, you were saying this a bit against Girona too, Spence. And there is a need to let fly a bit more, isn't there?
Especially with Lamine, I think. And I know he wants to be a little bit more unselfish. I get that that's part of his game. But I would argue that in times like this, in the last week, 2 weeks, when Barca are looking for that last bit of quality to finish out certain actions, it's okay to let it fly. Even if the shot gets blocked, there's very little that can go wrong. Like that. That's
Eric Garcia said, have that right on cue.
He took a shot from, what was that, 35 meters out? It got blocked, and here we go again. Barca have the ball back.
Eric Garcia here for Barca. Now Koundé. Here is Lamine Yamal once more. That's the Frenchman. Is there a Barca second before half-time? That's what Flick will be wondering. So far, Bernal on the ball here, the man who's got the only goal of the game. Eric. Koundé. Come on, Lamine, what have you got up your sleeve? Here he goes, Lamine Yamal. Where's the pass? Goes to Bernal, space wide for Cancelo as always. Cancelo to the back post, De Jong, there you go! Frenkie De Jong's on the score sheet, and Cancelo has made another one. That's excellent from the Portuguese fullback. Brilliant from De Jong. And there is Barca's second goal. They need Levante by 2-0 here.
I told you, man. I said he was ready for one today. The captain scores. He hadn't made many of these runs in the first half. And Cancelo read it perfectly. He knew exactly what was coming. It was out of the reach of Lewandowski. Frenkie turns the boot sideways. He just pops it into the back of the net. That's what he can do when he doesn't have to be as far back. He can score, and this is a big, big goal for his confidence, in my opinion. Hansi loves it. I'm gonna need a Flick Cam reaction. Thank you. Here we go. We got the Flick Cam.
Hansi Flick will be delighted with that, won't he? It's De Jong's first goal in La Liga this season, by the way. It's a big one for Barca. Going to put them 2-0 up here and pretty much in the clear. And there you go, Spence, with Bernal maybe sitting a bit deeper. De Jong there in that role, a bit further forward, pushing up the field, arriving late into the box. I have to say again, brilliant from Cancelo. The ball was marvellous, wasn't it? So agonising for a defence to deal with.
Yeah.
And in the end, job done for Barca, really there. 2-0 before half-time, exactly what they wanted.
And we are at the point now where 2 of the 3 changes have contributed to goals, and neither of them are Lewandowski, even though he's the one who had a good chance. But it wouldn't surprise me to see Levy get his at some point. But this is a great start, and I gotta say, it really doesn't surprise me.
Oh, he's done it again, Cancelo. I think Rafinha would have been well offside. He would have, yeah. Some whip round the back, that though, remarkable. And he is really starting to show his class, isn't he, Cancelo? A player who I think we know has got that in his locker. And a game today is just perfect for him. We said that in the preview. You know, you can have so much of the ball, so much space. And he's really making the most of it.
Well, and when you have a squad that's organized the way Barca's squad is, every player has to have competition at their position in order to maintain the alto nivel. And, you know, unless your name is, you know, Lamine, if you go through a rough patch, if your name is Lamine, you'll be able to push through it. But anybody else, and we've seen this, at every other position, your job is in jeopardy. Your starting role is at stake.
Well, speaking of Lamine Yamal, here he comes, Spence. He's gone through a few players. He's not quite been able to get on the end of that one. And now, Romero can break away. He's pretty much alone up there, though, is the worry for Levante. Now some players arrive in support. There's Manuel Sanchez.
So, in this case, I think Joao Cancelo coming in and forcing the left-back position to now have some competition, that's a big deal.
Nice ball wide, left there. Manuel Sanchez gets there. Cross isn't bad either, by the way. First header contact was from a Levante player. Rafinha has produced a bicycle kick clearance. Alvarez, lovely ball over the top there.
Be careful.
Oh, there are players in the middle. Rafinha, again, by the way, back there defending ever so well for Barca. And he's won his side of throw-in too. That's what he's all about, really, isn't it? Brilliant. Tracking back, block the cross, wins his side of throw-in. Epitomises why he's so important for Barca. Look at that, in a left-back position. It's just brilliant. Barca have given the ball away here, though. Oriol Rey has found Koundé, who shoots! Oh, that wasn't far away, by the way. Might well be Levante's best effort of the afternoon.
Yeah, you mentioned him in the pregame. And that had just a little bit of dip. It also needed a little swerve.
Well, I thought for a split second there, Spence, I thought that might well have just been creeping into the corner. Here is Joan Garcia once more then, who I'm not sure would have been able to do much about that had that been on target. Bernal. Wide here for Koundé.
I still think you want to make sure the next 10 minutes before halftime you keep that energy level high.
Yeah.
You could even push, they're going to, but I think you can even find a third one here.
Well, very, very peaceful and calm feel about the game, isn't there, Spence? I think at home, to a side in the relegation zone, 2-0 up. Barca won't want to slip into that lull, though. They really won't. But it does have that feel about it, the game. That's a nice ball from Edic. Olmo's now found Lamine Yamal. Lamine came straight back off Olmo, who was in there. Edic with some chasing to do. He's had plenty of that. And he does that ever so well.
Yeah, he's one of the fastest players in the league. And it's sneaky because he doesn't always appear to be like that.
Underrated. Underratedly fast. Yeah.
He's very fast.
De Jong, now Rafinha.
Like that run right there that we just saw him make, I guarantee you, we always see it at the end of the game. Maybe we can bring it up in the post game. There's always the graphic of who made the fastest runs.
That's a nice ball. I'll tell you what, good run by Koundé. And away by Rey. Bernal for Barça. Rafinha. Andy says, I think my 6-2 prediction could very well happen.
I hope not. I don't want to concede 2 goals.
No, yeah. Lamine deflection.
Yeah, I like that. Who does that remind you of?
Sorry, didn't take a deflection.
No, that was a shot. That was
wow.
That was premeditated.
That's caught me out. That's wow. He's dug that out of his feet.
That's the Benito Villamarin right there.
Yep. Lovely little chip finish, that one. And, well, I mean, fooling me there, Spence. I thought I must have taken a deflection, but no. De Jong there passed that one in, didn't he? And now it's for Barca. Bernal and De Jong, the two central midfielders today on the score sheet. First contact on that header was from Levante. Koundé can bring it back to Joan Garcia now for Barca. Spence, would now be a good time to welcome some new members, maybe?
Let's do it.
Coolers, welcome to the family, and it's a good day to join the family because if you're a premium member, you can watch the Legends game between Barça and Real Madrid this evening. There's a good few of you who have joined the Barça YouTube member family. Angelito, Faisal Al-Talib, Simic, Berta Antil, Prema 4822, Paulineg 5036, Roj Brazil, and Valentino. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the family. And as I say, if you're a premium member tonight, 11 o'clock Central European time, you've got the Legends game to enjoy. And I've seen a few of you already throughout this program become premium members, which means you're going to have the joy of watching that game tonight. Barbara, you were one of them. That was one at the start of the program too. Welcome, people. Welcome, and welcome to any of you who is a new member today. Spence.
If you were asked to participate in the Legends game, what position would you play?
That's a brilliant question.
I guess I would start with, what position do you normally play?
11 aside, I always played either right back or centre back when I was younger. But I think as I've grown up and when I play more like 6, I play a lot of 6 aside now. I like to play in midfield. I think I'd probably put myself either at the number 6 or number 8 position.
Okay. So like a little Marc Bernal?
Yeah, like a little Pedri, yeah.
All right. Easy. Okay. I gave you Bernal.
But in a Legends game, it would
you've got Ronaldinho next to you, you know?
It would also be fun to go up front there, man. The worrying thing is I'm just not sure how much of the ball I'd get if I'd stayed up front. So I'm going to go midfield. Okay. You?
I would take the right wing. For sure.
Okay.
Because I'd want to set that service into the box a little bit because I'm awful on my left foot.
Okay.
And And I also know that I have the outlet of Ronaldinho at any time. Like, I don't care how old he is, it doesn't matter.
No, give the ball to Ronaldinho.
Just give it to him, let him go.
Andy says right back. We both play defence. Yeah, if you want right back, centre back.
I'm going to humbly reject the idea of playing any sort of defense in a game against former professionals who can still smack the ball at a rate that would break my ribs. So I'm out on that.
Spence is refusing to play defence, so Andy, you're on your own there.
Like, I play against dudes who played in, when they were, like, now they're a little bit older, they're in their mid-30s or whatever, but back when they were in their early 20s or teens, they were playing for, like, the Girona B team, right? But they were, like, in the, the fourth tier of Spanish football, or depending on what club they were playing at, fourth or fifth tier. That's nothing to laugh at. They still hit the ball hard. Like, I don't want to get in front of them, so no, I don't want to get in front of whatever, Tony Cruz's shot. I know he's not playing today, but
Nacho says he'd be a goalkeeper, as does George.
You're nuts.
I cannot believe there's a few goalkeepers. On the game, by the way, Romero is still down here because he got a bit of a whack off of Lamine Yamal. Didn't look like too much in it to me, but the Levante player is certainly making something out of this. Nothing's going to be reviewed or anything, but it was...
You're absolutely insane if you think you want to be a keeper. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how it worked with you.
Yeah.
Like, amongst your friend group when you were growing up, who the keeper was. But I remember...
Yeah, no one really wanted to be.
Right.
No.
But it's different in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because not a ton of people played football, like, street football or even mildly organized football growing up. And so it was a lot of people, at the time we organized games, it was a lot of people... If there was an eclectic mix, like we had some people, some of my friends were from Mexico, others actually came over from Spain at a summer camp that we were playing at. So like all of the Hispanic or football crazy kids played the positions, and then the American would be the one who was like, I get to use my hands, so I'm gonna use my hands here.
You guys, man, honestly, you guys. We've got another goalkeeper, by the way. Alia says she wants to be in goal.
But Alia, I think Alia said that she has played.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what she's saying. Yeah. Still, though, you're in a Barca Legends game, and all of them are saying, you know what? I'll let the 10 outfield players do the rest. I'll just stay in goal. Well, Romero's only just getting to his feet here, by the way. So we're gonna have a good wad of added time here at the end of the first half.
What happened?
This here, Lamine shoved Romero off the ball, and then there.
Yeah, it's an accident. I mean, he got him. Yeah, he got him. No, he got him. He got him good.
He's got quite a cut in his eye, actually.
Yeah.
And it.
Can we not whistle the dude when he's down? What are we doing? He's not faking it. Guys, have more respect. He's clearly not faking it. Why would Levante want to fake an injury down 2-0 trying to waste time?
Yeah.
Come on.
We're going to find out how much time the referees have adjudged to add on after this one. Koundé wins Barca a throw with some good defensive work. And huge whistles as Romero comes back onto the pitch. Now Cancelo can stride forward here for Barca. De Jong. De Jong with the switch over here to Koundé.
Switch it back.
There we go. Then we're going to find out in a few moments' time how much has been added on. We can't see the board here. 3 minutes have been added on. There you go. Three minutes at the end of a satisfactory first half here for Barça.
Till camp.
Eric. Well, this you'd imagine will be pretty much the pattern of play for the remainder of the game here. Levante just happy to sit off. Now Cancelo has been very much one of Barca's creative sparks. Now Eric. Koundé. Back to Eddie Garcia. Lamine Yamal. Olmo. Oh, Koundé just let that one slide under his boot. Cancelo once more. De Jong.
Tranquilo.
Very calm, isn't it, the feel about the game, Spence? I'll say that in general, not just the fact that Barca are tuning up. I think the fans in the stadium just enjoying their nice sunny Sunday out. But here come Barca now starting to ramp up the ante a bit with De Jong, goal scorer of Barca's second goal. Cancelo. Levante have got almost every player back behind the ball. It's not going to be enough to stop Barca, though. Little flick from De Jong, tried to find João. And, I mean, that's all they've got right now. Just hacking it outfield all the way back to...
Yeah, they're in a world of hurt right now, and they have a long, long way back. They're going to need some sort of wonder strike or something in the second half to get them back into this game, similar to the one that they almost came up with about 10 minutes ago. But they're going to need something like that to they really can't break down Barca's defense. They're just going to have to push straight through it.
Yeah. Koundé. Thought he was held. Play on. Gerard Martin. João Cancelo again. You get the feeling this is a ploy that Flick is going to think about using in home games from now on against maybe sides who aren't going to have much of the ball.
This could end in a goal too.
Nice switch.
Looking good.
I mean, too central, isn't it? Too narrow, the cross really. Yeah, very long spell of possession for Barca. Moreno, adamant. And there you go. Yellow card for Gerard Martin. I think it was the assistant there who was right on the money. He saw that.
Is there a little tug?
Is there a push there too?
There's a tug.
It's enough. And I'll tell you what, it's a chance for Levante maybe to swing one into the box. Gerard Martin, by the way, suspended for Barca's game against Villarreal, so he won't be available for that one. And it is a chance for Levante to at least send some of the big men up from the back, and, well, why wouldn't they? Last kick of the first half, this, really. And a chance to just float one into the box. We've played 4 minutes almost now. I've 3 added on. There we go then. Final chance. It's going to go to the away team. Floated in and away by Lewandowski. But it's behind for a corner. And the half-time whistle is blown, so Levante aren't going to have a chance to take it. Barca weren't happy that that was going to be allowed to play on. And now it'll be Levante who aren't too pleased that they don't get the chance themselves. Half-time then at the Spotify Camp Nou. Very calm, very peaceful. It's Barca 2, Levante 0. Early goal from Marc Bernal, and he is second in a Barca shirt. 2 in 2 weeks he's got now. And then Frenkie de Jong got the second. 2 of Barca's midfielders in the end with the goals. It's been a satisfactory day at the office so far for Barca at half-time. It's Barca 2, Levante 0. Well, there you go, Spence. We had a bit of a dance at the end there with a little bit of a tune playing in our ears. Exactly what Flick ordered today, right? Nothing really too precarious about the game. We've been able to control things. Feels very dominant. Does feel like a team playing to get back top of the table against a team who are 7 points from safety, right?
Yeah, I think that was the ideal first half in the way that it looked, the way that it played out, because sometimes the way that it looks in the last couple of weeks is not correlated precisely to the final result or score that you want, and Barca did that today. The score in the end, I think, reflects pretty much exactly what we saw in the first half, which was a couple of Barca chances, maybe not a ton, but enough, and they had those same number of chances or more against Girona and didn't take them. So against Levante, they've taken a few chances, taken a 2-goal lead, which gives them a little bit of cushion and insurance for the second half. They need to come out the exact same way and kill off the first 25 minutes or so of the second half so that the game can lull to the finish line. Y ya está, 3 puntos, top of the league, venga la.
Yeah, that's what Hansi Flick will be looking for, won't it, really? Just the third goal. I mean, this one already feels pretty wrapped up, but at 2-0, it won't be done just yet. Barca will do well, of course, to get that third and do it early in the second half too, just to put this one beyond doubt, although it does feel very good right now. Reaction from the bench was certainly one of euphoria and joy, wasn't it, when that first Bernal goal went in. The early goal, Barca got exactly what they wanted, and they did have chances, Spence, as you were saying. They certainly did. They could have made it 2 before they did. We'll speak about best players in the first half after the break, but there have been a few that have certainly impressed. Cancelo's been one of them. He's been marvellous, and Barca have played some good attacking football, fun football, and the fans are enjoying themselves.
Yeah, and I could, if we go for best player in the first half, which we can do later, there's a lot of options today because everybody is plugged in. Everybody's rested, fresh legs, locked in mentally. Everyone knows their roles right now, and that's important for a team that needed to get back to winning ways, and we're 45 minutes of the way there.
We're going to take a quick break here. You've got a halftime quiz to play along with, people, so enjoy that. See who can get 5 out of 5. They're not easy questions, as always. They're not easy, so let's see how you do on this one. No cheating, no cheating. You've got your time to answer your questions. Quick break from us, and then we'll be back here for the second half between Barça and Levante. Right now, we're back top of the table with our 2-goal lead, but it's still all to play for in the second half. See you shortly. Right then, people, hello and welcome back here for the second half between Barça and Levante. Pretty straightforward so far for Barça, who right now, as I'll show you actually, are going to put themselves back top of the table in LaLiga. That's how things would look if we were to hold on to this 2-goal lead. 1 point above Madrid with 25 match weeks played. And look how far behind the teams in our third and fourth are too. Spence, my question for you though was, best player of the first half. You touched on it in the end of the... It'll be good if I could talk, wouldn't it?
That would help.
At the end of the first half, I talked on it. Best player in the first one. I think there are a good few options for me. And I've put a few in here. Forgive me if I've not maybe put someone who you think deserved a shout. I think it's pretty clear for me who I think were the best player in the first half was. But let us know in the members live chat. I'll put the 2 scorers in Cancelo. Maybe I'm missing out on Lamine, who I thought was pretty good in there too. Edic played well from fullback, from defense. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I like what you've done there. I'll let the chat throw their answers into the mix and see what they have to say, because I think any of those options are good ones. Let's see if the chat can give us anything here. Alia says 1 or 2, Cancelo or Bernal. Yeah, I agree with Alia says, but more Cancelo. Pita Malaguito 1 or 3. I think Cancelo was the best outfield player in the first half. I do think there's also a honorable mention that we can throw in for Joan Garcia, because when in games like this, it just doesn't get noticed because Barca have 78% of the football. So, but there were 2 shots on target, 3 shots in total, and he did even more than that at times, working with his feet out of the back. It's really hard to give him the credit that he deserves at times. And in a game like this one, if he doesn't make a couple of those early saves, the trajectory of this game changes dramatically, and it goes from being 1-0 to 1-1, or even down, a goal to nil, and so that certainly I think is a big part of this. Although Cancelo, for me, best player in the first half. I
completely agree with you, Spence. Joan Garcia is a very honourable mention. He certainly is. He made a few big stops there. For me, it's Cancelo, though. I thought he was marvellous for Barca. I really do. His best performance since returning, without a shadow of a doubt. It really is. And him from left back, he's been Barca's big creator so far. Pelita Malaguita says Cancelo and De Jong. Alia says 1 or 2, but I think more 1. So yeah, you're going a Cancelo 2. So I'm also going Cancelo. I think he was without a doubt Barca's best player in the first half. Spence, with the lead so big for Barca, are you expecting, not so big, but so in control, are you expecting a change at half-time, maybe for Flick to rest a certain few players, or do you think he'll maybe say, stick out this for 15-20 minutes, get the third, and then I'll begin thinking about changes?
I would expect changes eventually, because I think he wants to give a few players some playing time, but I don't think there's anybody on the pitch who he thinks should only be playing for 45 minutes.
No.
And I don't think there's anybody on the bench who he needs to get 45 more minutes. So if it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And with this 11 out there, 2-0, like I said, the first 20 minutes of the second half, just go bury the game. Go get a third goal if you need to, but just bury it. And then you can start to think, all right, how many minutes do I want to give Pedri tonight?
Yeah.
Because he should get 15 is fine. That's a fine number. He might get 30. We'll see what Hansi decides to do. Let me get Rashford's legs loose a little bit. Maybe Rooney can spell Lamine for 15, 20 minutes. That's fine.
Well, he's got a lot of options today, does Hansi Flick, Spence. Look at that. And look at some of the names he's got.
That's a whole nother 11.
Look at the names he's got, by the way, as well. Brilliant options. Balde, Araujo, Cubarsí, Ferran, Pedri, Rashford, Fermin, Casado, Rooney, Szczesny, Kochen, and Domi.
That's literally a whole nother 11. Is it 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 keepers. Yeah. So that's a keeper and 11 outfield players. And you could actually make the argument that you could put everybody in their proper position there.
Yeah, that's an almost a second team really for Barca, isn't it? That Hansi Flick has got to pick from. Not often we've been able to say that this season, and that's what we were talking about, isn't it? The luxury that he's got right now is indeed that, and we're seeing it, aren't we? And just look at those options: Pedri and the Rashford, the big names that people want to see today.
Szczesny starts in goal, Balde left back,
Yeah.
Araujo, Cubarsí in the middle. Marc Casado has played right back before,
Okay.
so you throw him there.
Yeah,
You got Pedri in the midfield with Fermin.
and Tommy.
And then we can throw Tommy in there, and then up front it's Rooney, Rashford, and Ferran. That's an 11.
Pretty perfect 11 too. Like all in their positions. I mean that speaks volumes of what Flick has got to him. His disposition right now. Bruna says, I can't wait to hear those Pedri chants once more. Yeah, we can't wait to hear them either. He's going to be coming on, we think, later in the game. Flick did say to Llorente at the start of the game in the build-up that we will indeed, or we hope to see some minutes of Pedri. And you get the feeling that if Barca are indeed clear up in this one, that, well, they'll make that change
Do you know how long it's been? It's been a month.
How's it? Yeah, what was the last game?
January 21st, Champions League against Slavia Prague.
Was it that one? Yeah, of
Last
course, yeah.
La Liga game, Real Sociedad on the 18th of January.
That mad game that you and me were doing, yeah.
Yes.
It looks like Spencer's going to be no changes at halftime for now, though, for Barça. So as you predicted, they are going to keep things the same for now. Are the Blaugrana pretty much what you'd expect with the game at just 2-0, but also with Barça in pretty much cruise control. They want to make sure though that they don't let anything slip. Not early on in the second half. They want to consolidate this victory, no doubt about that. And Lamine Yamal, you get the feeling he'll be eager to get a goal. Already 15 this season for Barça. 13 assists too. And there is a Rafinha making his way down the tunnel too, as are the rest of those Levante players. I wonder what Levante will be thinking at half-time. How can they get themselves back into this one in some regard? They've had very little going forward. Scraps really little more. A few final half-time instructions here from the coaching staff.
Everybody's smiling. That's a good thing. I like that. Everybody's
Very relaxed, isn't it, Spence?
Everybody's just laughing, chuckling, cracking jokes. I think Lamine just cracked a joke to Rafinha on his way out. It's good. That's good. I like it. I like the camaraderie. We should be doing the same, man. We should be smiling.
It's cracking jokes.
Cracking jokes, you know.
We do.
You British won silver in
I know,
curling.
exactly, yeah.
You won silver in curling, guys. Good job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you won silver in curling. That's a big deal.
I swear the British have also been winning that. What's that thing called where they go down the slope?
Skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the what was the guy's name? Weber? Something? Yeah.
I think so. Spence, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to go back to halftime commentary. Let's do it. Just over 44,000 then inside the Spotify Camp Nou this afternoon. So far, Barca leading Levante by 2-0. Levante with, well, work to do in the second 45 minutes. Spence, you were telling me what the medals that GB have won?
Yeah, Great Britain won a silver medal in curling. You guys should be really proud about that. You definitely won a gold medal in skeleton. And
Spain? What about Spain?
A guy from Banyoles, which is about an hour and 20 minutes north of here.
This. A Catalan one, yeah.
Oriol Cardona won a gold in what they call skimo,
Okay.
which is ski mountaineering.
Okay.
And it's basically like an obstacle course where they go up and down on skis and take the skis off and climb up stairs and do all this crazy stuff on the mountain like a little mini race course.
That's the one that Spain have got, right?
He is the first gold medal for Spain in 30 years in the Winter Olympics.
Alia says that Spain has 3
Golds. Okay, maybe
medals. Sorry, yeah, she's maybe thinking medals.
medals. Yeah. No, because Cardona won bronze, I think it was, also in the team event.
We're back underway for the second half here between Barça and Levante. If it's anything like the first half, expect lots of Barça possession and pretty much just keeping Levante at arm's width, really.
But I saw a comment from Mac just before halftime that said congrats to Team USA on winning gold in hockey. First hockey gold medal for the men, Team USA, since 1980. Big stuff.
Happy day.
I love the Winter Olympics.
Happy day for Spence.
It doesn't really matter who wins. I just really like the Winter Olympics and the Olympics in general because it's like you want to watch a football game, you sit down, you watch a football game. You want to watch a basketball game or any other sport, that's what you do. But the Olympics is like, all right, I'm going to sit down. I don't care what it is. It's potpourri. Whatever's on. If it's skeleton, if it's luge, if it's curling, if it's figure skating, if it's speed skating, if it's ski-mo, if it's biathlon where they do cross-country skiing and then they shoot a rifle into a target. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm in.
Listen to those Pedri chants, people. You wanted them and you can hear them because Pedri is warming up for Barça. Good defending by Gerard Martin too. Very good defending.
That's not the flick cam.
No, but
that's the Pedri cam.
There he is. People, nice little smile on his face too. Pedri warming up alongside Araujo's one of them too. I saw Fermin Lopez out there. Yeah, there he is. There's a few more also for Barça. By the way, a corner here. They have to defend. Ferran Torres and Balle also out there, by the way. Is that Joan Garcia? We've really been able to hear the players today. The mics are picking it up. In goes the corner. Lewandowski had to get rid of that. Now Dion can bring that one down for Barça. This is Lamine. Loses it. Don't want to lose it there. Oh, he wins it back excellently, doesn't he, Lamine Yamal? And now maybe he can get Barça on their way. That was all too ambitious, really, wasn't it, towards Rafinha?
I love when the player who's on the receiving end of a pass like that looks at the guy who makes the pass and is like, no, good idea, I like it. Because in my head, I'm always thinking, that's all that the guy who's the pass is intended for should ever say, which is like, no, thanks for trying to get me the ball because the other direction's not the right play. It needs to come to me, so good job.
Yeah. They're basically saying, like, do that again.
Yeah, keep it coming, man. Keep it coming. I need to play.
Lamine Yamal here for Barça. It was a risky back pass, but Gerard Martin is able to deal with it, get it back to Joan Garcia. Barça now, by the way, guys, up to 102 goals scored this season. Cubarsí got goal number 100 against Girona.
Everybody's score predictions are still alive.
Yeah, Llorent said 3-1, I said 4-0, you said 5-0, Spence.
It's all still alive for sure.
Let's hope it's one of the latter two, no?
I think so. It would make for a fun second half.
It would, exactly.
I want this to end 2-0. Flick cam. / Rafinha.
Where did Rafinha come yet?
Can't have that.
No.
Not allowed.
Gerard Martin now for Barça. Now Eric. Koundé. I mean, Flick will be delighted as well. If Barça do get that third early on in the second half, he'll, I think, start to really make those changes earlier than even he thought, just to rest those legs even more. That's nice from Bernal, isn't it? Good strength from him. And he is able to get that through to
really
Olmo.
Nice.
Dani Olmo. Lamine. Yamal. Koundé. Oh, Koundé. Worrying wrap for Matt Ryan, who in the end tipped that behind for a corner.
Barça have been really good since they've come back to the Spotify Camp Nou at attacking this end of the pitch where at the moment there are no fans.
Yeah, it's a good second half displays here, yeah.
They've scored a lot of goals on this end.
Rafinha. Oh, nice from Rafinha. Cancelo! Didn't really catch it, did he? I would have wanted. He dragged his shot wide on his left foot. And he's deserved a goal today, João Cancelo.
Yeah, he's done well. He's got an assist. He almost had a second assist, actually, on the feed early on for Koundé.
Yeah. Levante haven't really come out in the second half yet with a team that has much belief about them, have they? It's difficult half-time team talk for that man there, Luis Castro, and what he really says to his players to try and get them to believe in a match like this, because you still have to sit so deep, don't you? If you start opening up, Barça will just kill you off. They'll pick you off. Lamine thought about it, didn't it? Didn't need to Bernal.
Hey, shout out Andy Storch.
Yeah.
I'm watching the match live on TV, but I'm watching this anyway. We love that.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do
Oh,
it.
Rafinha to the back post and away by Manuel Sanchez just before anyone in Barca red and blue could get there.
Pablo, it's 2026. Everybody knows how to operate the double screen action.
Yeah.
You go one screen Barca live, the other screen the game.
Exactly. Lamine. Now Cancelo once more. Thought about, I think, making that ball to Olmo, didn't he? De Jong. Back to Lamine. Done a lot of this so far tonight. Lamine Yamal wanted it back from Olmo. Constantly wants the ball, doesn't he, Lamine? Koundé. Eddie Garcia. Oh. Fell to him quite nicely, I must say. Line for a goal kick.
Asking for a corner.
Are they going to get it?
I don't know.
They
He should. Should be.
Yeah, it's been given. Yeah. Didn't see it in live time, but there you go. Yeah, corner for Barça. So they'll go again here with Rafinha. Cancelo. Olmo. Oh, the cross is really good from Olmo.
Oh, foul.
Would have been a goal for Gerard Martin, by the way, but Matt Ryan with a brilliant stop. Free kick was given anyway.
Wasn't going to count.
What's the foul? Push there, isn't it? Yeah.
If I did that to you, you would complain.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't be doing the two-handed push.
No.
Not on Chinese New Year when we're trying to bring it. We are trying to bring an endurance, though.
It's the year of the fire horse.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all about the fire horse. I like the idea of the fire horse.
Yeah.
Strong, independent, entrepreneurial.
Good from Gerard Martin. Good leap there. He's been good so far again, I think, today at centre-back, Gerard Martin. Very much becoming accustomed to that position, isn't he? And he's been sharp again for Barça, I'd say.
Yeah, I like him on his left foot in that position there as a second centre-back, whether it's Eric or Kubarsi to go along with him.
Alvarez. Good upper body strength that from him. He finds a pass wide here to Koundé. Not quite on the same wavelength again, though. And now Barça can come away with things with De Jong. Lewandowski's making the run. Peeled slightly wide left here, Lewandowski. Goes for the goal himself, and he had options over to the right-hand side. Doesn't even acknowledge them.
No, he didn't, did he?
He didn't want to look that way.
No, he didn't. He didn't. Lamine had his arms stretched out like, dude, come on. And Levy was just like, no, next play. Let's go.
Ooh. Crossfield ball is nicely dealt with eventually. He's been a tidy play, Alvarez, in there today. Very small, isn't he? But another decent ball from him there.
In any sport, I mean, football is certainly one of them, but in any sport, I love the shortest players on the pitch or on the field or on the court because, you know, I'm not a tall guy. I always sort of felt that. Oh, look out.
Here comes Rafinha. Oh, try that reverse ball. He's going to get a second bite at this Rafinha. Still the Brazilian. Ball in towards the front post, easily cleared and hammered upfield.
I've always identified with those short players because you're doing it against everyone who's just a lot bigger than you are. And especially in football, you don't have to be big. You know, it's not like basketball where the taller you are, the more distinctly clear advantage you have.
Yeah.
In some cases, you know, like this, it helps you because you can get down low. And if you've got that upper body strength, it helps you balance a little bit better.
Yep. Lamine. Now Bernal, he's been excellent so far today. Bernal, I think Koundé's onside there. Koundé. Corner. Yeah, he was, yeah. I saw a comment, Spence, asking what's everyone's Chinese zodiac sign. Mine apparently is the water horse.
I don't know what mine is.
Pop your birthday in.
Wait, what is... Well, you have to explain what the water horse is because that intrigues me.
Cancelo, lovely cross, Gerard Martin. Oh, had he got anything on that would have been 3-0. Cancelo's been a nightmare, really, for Levante to deal with. His little outside of the boot balls again there.
Oh, you're the water horse. I'm the water rooster. I'd much rather be a horse.
You're a water rooster?
I'm a water rooster.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know how to feel about it either, although I'm going to have to do some reading on what that means.
My traits, energetic, independent, and adventurous, and quick-witted.
Is that true? Are you quick-witted? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how adventurous I am, though. Sometimes. Energetic, yeah.
Independent,
yeah.
I will say, as far as the traits are concerned, I'm feeling like a water rooster right now.
Yeah? You happy with yours?
Confident,
yeah.
hardworking, organized, analytical.
Okay.
Sounds like me. Sounds like me. The water element brings a more flexible, compassionate, and intellectual nature, to the generally rigid rooster personality.
Okay.
I feel like I'm looking into a mirror, you know?
The water rooster. I want to know what a water rooster looks like.
Wow. I've never associated with a water rooster before.
No, well,
I wish our editors in the room had some form of AI where they could just pull up there you go. Yeah, just pull up a water rooster. Come on, how hard is it?
Oh, goodness me. Let us know what you guys are. Ali says mine is the metal dragon. Matt Glumvis, I'm an ox. Imagine being an ox. That's great.
But is there not an adjective that goes before the animal?
With your, what's your ox?
Like,
You can't
what other adjectives are there besides water and metal?
Fire.
Fire we know.
Ooh. Lovely skill that. Rafinha can't stop him. Alvarez wants more now. He's got Tunde wide of him. Back down to Alvarez. Eddie Garcia, who has done everything well so far this afternoon. He really has. Again in the way. Now Lewandowski for Barça. Olmo. Back to Lamine Yamal. Bit of space here.
Come on now. Oh yeah, he gone.
Lamine Yamal showing all the party tricks. Olmo. Can Barça make the most of this one? Rafinha. It's Dani Olmo. Couldn't find the corner. Matt Ryan down low to save. Apparently it's fire, wooden, metal and water, Spence.
That's it?
That's what Alia says.
Yep. And earth.
Oh, an earth. Imagine being an earth.
Nurturing, practical, grounded.
An earth rooster.
As opposed to a Mars rooster.
Oh, what?
Or a Jupiter rooster. I'm naming other planets.
Right.
Sorry. You with me? No, Stay with me.
Stay
with me. Quick-witted. Quick-witted. I need quick-witted from you.
Not played an hour of football yet. Bernal is going to be booked here, though. Oh, yeah. Javier Alberola. So he goes into the book then for Barça. Bit of late on his challenge. Yeah, he definitely catches him. It's a yellow card. Ola Sagasti there, the man who was on the receiving end of it. And he's in some pain here. Those are painful ones there on your Achilles. Got anything else for us, Spence?
I'm just enjoying learning about this.
Yeah.
Apparently, I didn't realize it's a 60-year cycle because you have 5 elements and 12 animals. And so as it rotates, the element of wood, fire, earth, metal, or water, you can tell it's 2-0 and nothing's happening, by the way. Those go by whatever the last digit of the year is. So it's 2026. So 6 and 7 are fire, so it's fire horse. But then 8 and 9 is earth. 0 and 1 metal, 2 or 3 water.
Right, yeah, I think I was reading last fire horse was 1966.
Right, so 60 years ago.
Yeah.
That would check out.
Oh, yeah. Use your Chinese New Year emojis, by the way, guys, in the members live chat.
And if anybody else...
Oh, Cancelo's at it again.
...is a water rooster, like me...
Make yourselves be known.
Speak up. That means you were born in 1993. Or 1933. I think.
That would be impressive, wouldn't it?
If somebody is watching us who was born in 1933, you, sir or ma'am, are well ahead of the YouTube curve, and I applaud you.
Joe Cancelo. Now Rafinha. Cancelo once more. Olmo. I think De Jong wanted that one played through to him. Now Rafinha. Cancelo. Oh, nice. Turn on the corner, but Cornet's not going to reach that. That's going to trickle out a play for a goal kick. For a neutral, Spence, maybe not the most fascinating game of La Liga football. It's all Barça, really. Levante, I feel like they're almost playing more damage limitation than actually seeking to get back into this one. They're not quite able to put more numbers forward. We'll see if that changes as the game goes on. They've got a bit of an overload here, at least on the left-hand side, with Tunde. No quite way through them. And now with Tolian with a cross to the back post. Romero peeled wide to get there. Manuel Sanchez will retrieve. Fullback to fullback here for Levante. Manuel Sanchez, Romero. Back to Manuel Sanchez. And Eric Garcia had to do some defending, so a corner there. You go.
Yeah, that's the best action from Levante so far. And, you know, we've reached the 15-minute mark of the second half now. And Barça are sticking with this 11, which I think is definitely the right play to keep this flowing. But we talked about it last week against Girona or last match day, I guess it was this week's Monday, when for the neutral, despite it not going well for Barça, it was an enthralling game to watch from start to finish. And this, for Barca's purposes, is much easier to deal with, but no, it's not as exciting. It's okay. It doesn't have to be.
Lewandowski had that one clear, yeah, spot on. Ooh, and nearly Rafinha getting on the end of that. Yeah, much different game this one, isn't it, Spence? That's for sure. Cross to the back post now, cleared away by Bernal. The shot comes back in deflection, and another corner for Levante. A bit better for them. They'll need that, won't they? Just a boost to get them further forward here. Cleared away by Rafinha. Another header from Bernal. It's the back post. That should be Joan Garcia's. It is Joan Garcia's ball. So those two subsequent corners for Levante not really coming to anything from their perspective. And watch out here. You can hear it, people. Pedri. He's going to come on here with Fermin and Ferran. Triple change. Danger for Levante.
Bring on this man.
Eric De Jong. Oh, nice from Olmo. Oh, and the ball through.
That works.
Right well forward for Barca. Lewandowski and Rafinha. Oh, they moved it ever so well, but couldn't find the finishing touch.
And
a last-ditch block by Maduro in the end, denying Rafinha. Bit too much for you, Spence, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Lewandowski did the unselfish thing after the last time. He was more selfish, and he probably could have taken that on himself, but we won't fault him for it too much. It's time. Not yet. We got the corner first, but then it's going to be time to get them in.
Yeah, very nearly time, people, for the triple change for Barca. First of all, it's the corner, which Olmo takes, easily beaten away by Matt Ryan. Rafinha! Well, I should say on the follow-up with his left-footed strike. And De Jong saw that all the way. And Eric Garcia can just mop things up. Talk about a player who's played well today. Well, that's a foul, surely. Either way, it's a Barca throw.
Nicely done from Eric. All right, here we go.
Here we go, triple change for Barca. First up, Lewandowski off for Ferran. Olmo off for Fermin, so no goals for either of those two today. And then the final change for Barca. Let's see who it is here. It's Bernal off for Pedri. So like for like in all three positions there, Spence.
It all makes sense. I thought that Marc Bernal gave us a wonderful 65-minute class as he scores another goal for Barça. And now the most important element of the rest of this game is, can Pedri shake off a little bit of the rust in a game where so far there's not a lot of jeopardy in it, which is okay.
Well, we're going to have a really big cheer when Pedri steps on. Listen to that, guys. He's only been out for about a month, by the way.
He's only missed a month,
Yeah.
and listen to what he means to everybody.
Yeah.
Can we give this man some respect, please?
Pretty much says it all, that. Rafinha now. Ooh, and he said, Ferran, have that.
Like, we're going to watch Pedri for the next 25 minutes. And you know what he means to Barça. I know what he means to Barça. Most of the people watching us on Barça Live knows what he means to Barça. But somehow, Pablo, there are still some people that just don't get it.
Yeah.
They just don't get it. And
From the outside, maybe, you mean. Yeah.
from the outside, or I don't know if it's the uneducated football fan or what, but I got some friends back in the U.S.
Yeah.
And they're big Premier League fans, which is fine. I get it. It's fun to watch the Premier League. It's a good league, whatever. But not only are they big Premier League fans, but they're arrogantly anti every other league, which is strange because it's strange because the Premier League has won how many Champions Leagues in the last 15 years? 2?
Yeah.
Or maybe 3. But they always rip Pedri when I'm talking to them. And they do it because they like to get under my skin a little bit, which is fine. But they just don't get it.
You have the same issue as me then, my friend, yeah.
I have
the same problem. I almost don't want to name names here to start a debate, but I hear certain players who, my mates from the UK, are adamant are better than Pedri. And I do always say, name me a game you've watched of Pedri this season. And to be fair, they will not watch him.
No, because that's their take is that they only watch the Premier League. And that they don't want to watch this, and then maybe they'll, if they get lucky and they run into it and their team is playing against Barca in the Champions League, they'll watch it. But it's also, and I understand because it's very difficult to adequately assess how much Pedri means to a game just by watching one action or two actions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is just so underappreciated.
But even still, some of the players they say are better than him, I'm like, really? Anyway, I feel like we have the same issue there, Spencer.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. That ball is going to be easy for Garcia to collect. Yeah, it is. And now De Jong. Fermin. Back to Rafinha. This is Pedri. Oh, he tried, didn't he?
We need him to do something so that we can clip this, and
send it to our mates.
And then
yeah,
send
exactly.
it to our friends. Exactly.
That's not a bad breakaway pass. Watch out here because Levante, they got 2 up in support. The strike. I think Juan Garcia might have got a touch on that,
Did look like it.
It was going wide anyway. It was actually one of those double strikes that you get. Look at the live chat, by the way. Full of Pedri emojis.
Yeah.
Exactly what we want to see, guys. Get them in there.
It's like I said, the people in the chat, they already know. We're not talking to you people because you all understand. You've been here. You get it.
Tai is going to come on here, as is Etaillon, who is an interesting prospect. And whilst this is still 2-0, a goal for Levante at any point now makes things interesting.
It does. Sure does. Gotta stick with it.
There's the ball to the back post from the corner. Juan Garcia claimed it. You can hear someone saying to him, just, calm, grab hold of the ball, wait. Is that 8-second rule, Spence? That's implemented in LaLiga too, right?
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Because
I haven't really seen it called much because I think the rule is doing what it was implemented to avoid.
Yeah, I agree. I actually am a fan of that rule. Can I just say? I just think it's sped up games. That's nice from De Jong. Varane couldn't get in there. Just in terms of, we would see it so much, Spence, of when you're chasing a goal, if a goalkeeper grabs the ball, I mean, they could be down there for, I'm talking 30 seconds with the ball in their hand, say, before they release it. And between them on the floor, getting up, going again, now you have to dish it out quickly.
Yeah.
It does open up games a lot more.
We're one step closer to making this game, from a rules standpoint, as close to perfect as possible. We will not get there until the clock stops when the ball goes out of play or the whistle is blown. You laugh, but how many times have teams, every game, wasted time?
Time wasting, yeah.
And the clock continues to run, and then you feel like you don't get the appropriate amount of time back in stoppage time. But in futsal, or, most other sports, the clock stops.
Rugby, yeah. Nice switch that from Pedri to Lamine. Quick feet. Yeah, and it's always the stat you see after the games, isn't it, Spence, as well, of time with the ball in play. And you see some games, I'm talking 47, 51 minutes.
Right. This game is 90 minutes, but it's not. It's usually, on average, about 53, 55 minutes the ball is in play. So put 60 minutes on the clock, and right now the ball is out of play. The clock restarts when the ball comes back in. It's so simple. It's so simple. Because then you can roll around on the floor injured as long as you want. But the clock's not going to restart.
Yeah. I mean, time waste would be utterly taken out of the game, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Right, and if you've already got that 8-second rule implemented when the ball is in play for the keeper, then you're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Loving the chat, people. Look at them go.
Yeah. Good job, Nacho. Good job, Alia. Good job, Mac. Good job.
De Jong now for Barça. Spencer, second half now at 72 minutes with very little to talk about. I mean, we can barely even remember a Barca chance, really, never mind much happening at either end, I'm going to be honest with you.
No, there was a good chance that this second half was going to look like this. And that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as we're not sweating at the end of this game, this is fine. Got any plans?
For later tonight?
Or are you going to watch the Legends game?
I'm unfortunately not,
No.
No, I mean,
you want to come on comms with me? For free?
I mean, I'd have to do it for free anyway. That's a lovely offer, Spence. But I think you'll be fine on your own.
All right.
No, we've got to get some sleep tonight. Back in here tomorrow.
Look at Pedri. Falta!
You're staying here for between those 4 hours, Spence. Bit of prep for you in that one, though. Oh, tell you what, watch out. Levante could be in here. Kunen might have to get that. And this is the chance for Tayo, and he made a mess of it. Offside flag is up. Eddie Garcia, by the way, brilliant defending from him. That's probably the closest Levante looked to coming well. And he was, yeah.
Nicely defended. No real threat. It's been that way most of the night. I told you I'm gonna go get some pasta.
Yeah.
I don't know which.
I think I know the place you might be thinking, or no?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of pasta I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna get something.
Okay, you've made your mind, and that's what you want, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might go like a little, garlic.
Cancelo.
Like a cacio e pepe. I think.
Oh, that was nice from Cancelo. Just got a chest on that ball. Now Fermin. Not really seen much of him since he's come on. Still Fermin. Now Rafinha. Rafinha always wants on his left foot. That's where the ball goes.
There was nobody there on the other end, but he stood that up perfectly.
I think he'll be saying Ferran Torres off the bench. That's exactly where you should be, right?
Well, Ferran, I think, was a little bit closer to the near post. I think that just floated over his head. Yeah, he's at the near post. There's nobody to attack that at the back post, which I guess you could say could be Lamine.
Lots of plaudits here for Rafinha as he goes out to take this subsequent corner for Barça. In it goes by the Brazilian. Cleared at the front post. Fermin back through a crowd deflection. Corner.
Casi.
Behind for a corner in the end. And it's an important touch in the end, actually. Steered clear. Could have gone anywhere, though. Risky. There's Araujo.
I think we should just blow the final whistle, honestly.
It feels like a game that could have been blown at half-time, Spence, and that sounds ridiculous.
I don't want to be, like, cocky about it, but...
Fermin in there. Ferran couldn't get a touch. Goal kick came off the shark last.
I'm not trying to count our roosters before they hatch.
As a rooster yourself, you mean?
As a rooster myself?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to put the cart before the horse. Do they say that in the UK? That sounds like an old, like a cowboy expression.
Yeah.
But I think we can dust this baby
They say don't want to. Do you have count your chickens
before they hatch? So I just changed it to roosters because you know, Chinese New Year.
Right. That should be Gerard Martin's ball. It will be. Takes no chances. Clears it out for a throw in. Yeah, I mean this half could have gone one or two ways, Spence. Either we saw a Barça who went, great, let's show all of our might, right, and go out and get 4 or 5 goals.
Flick cam.
Or a Barça that said, we've got the game exactly where we want it. Let's just keep this all within our grasp, right? It's very much been the latter.
Yeah, I think it was one of those where if the third goal comes, great, but for now the work is done.
Yeah.
For now.
Romero, I should say. Corner again for Levante. Well, we've had a few in the second half, I will say. What Barca won't want is after all of this comfortable football they've played to concede from a corner now, and all of a sudden you've got to wake up again. They'll do well to stay alive and stay awake from these set pieces. Eddie Garcia has been given the task of marshalling Eta Young in there. And Alvarez will whip in the corner. It's a good one too. Amin is able to retrieve. Now Koundé.
Pitalo!
Koundé, I think, was fouled.
Goodness.
Cancelo eventually was fouled. And he's making a good run for MVP, I think, tonight, Cancelo. Was he fouled?
Bueno. I saw it if you saw it.
Koundé now for Barça. Now De Jong. I mean, look at the feel about the game. Almost one of those pre-season games that you just want to tie over with no injuries. That's the feel it's got about it right now. Not what Levante would have wanted today. Wouldn't have wanted Barça to just walk over them in this regard. They've kept themselves within 2, but shown very little to do anything about that result. Pedri.
Now this has been clean and precise.
It's all quite clean and precise. Lovely football that from Barça.
Oh,
and nearly for Fermin, wasn't it? Who was coming in on that behind for a goal, for a corner, I should say.
Wait, that was centimeters away from reaching. I believe it was. Yeah, he's had a surging Fermin.
Customs remain. The Barca players help themselves up from the back. Eddie Garcia, Angela Martin. Again, we can hear loud and clear the instructions from the goalkeeper. Oh, and Matt Ryan, I'm not sure was too convincing on that one. Ferran was nearby. He got enough on the ball in the end, though. Cancelo. Just shuffled out of play. Marcus Rashford, by the way, is amongst those still warming up. Rooney's down there, Casados down there, Balde and Araujo also down there. Barca still have 2 changes left available should they desire. You get the feeling Flick would make them. Why not? He's maybe just a little bit cautious with it only being 2-0 though. Maybe would have hoped for a third by now with the changes he made.
Rooney and Rashford, no?
Could be an exciting double change, yeah. That's nice from Barca. Pick up the pace here with Fermin, with Lamine. With Lamine. Got through a gap that didn't look like it was there. Wins a corner.
Every time he does that, when he makes a series of moves that almost results in something spectacular, it really just takes one extra...
Fermin! Oh, there you go! There's the third. That's a rocket from Fermin Lopez. Off the post and in on his left foot. And he celebrates that with some vigour too. Barça have been waiting all second half for their third goal. Fermin's just produced it. Barça 3, Levante 0. That's a rocket from him.
Madre mia! What a laser beam! Called pregame by our very own Pablo Wolves Blanco. Fermin Lopez. Oh, the angle that we were given made us hesitate for a second to know which side, because sometimes it feels like that's inside of the post. And he hit it so hard that before it hit the ground, it hit the other side netting.
Oh, yeah.
That is marvelous. 3-0. Let's go home.
Well, it's the moment of magic that Barça have been wanting, isn't it? All half long, Spence, I must say. There's been very little to write home about in this second 45 minutes. But Fermin Lopez off the bench there, barely been involved. He has produced what we know he's got in his locker. An absolute rifle on his left foot. And he's got the ball again here, Lamine. I'm not sure whether he'd just gone offside. We'll see this through for now. Lamine Yamal for Barça. Got Manuel Sanchez all in a knot here. Still Lamine, is that a penalty?
It's offside. It's offside.
It was offside anyway, yeah. I thought it might have been.
Could have potentially been a penalty, but it doesn't matter.
I thought he might have got bumped.
It was just leaking.
He was offside, yeah. And for Fermin Lopez, that's his 11th goal of the season, by the way. Very good numbers indeed already for him. Barca's top scorer in the Champions League this campaign, and he's got his 5th in LaLiga this afternoon.
Golazo.
What a brilliant drive on his left foot that was. Just add a bit of life to this second half here, which has been very comfortable for Barca. They now are well in the clear here. And you get the feeling, Spence, that Flick will now make those 2 final changes. He'll wrap up the 5 substitutions. Pretty much how he wants now. Although, defending there by Julian Martin, Alvarez fouled De Jong.
Well, we've got 10 minutes left in this game.
Yeah.
Nobody has their prediction right now, but if one goal is scored on either side, somebody would have their prediction right, and if Barca score 2 goals, then I would miraculously come from behind.
Yeah. 4-0 I went, Llorens went 3-1.
I do want the cleanie.
Yes, I agree, and Barca would very much enjoy that today, wouldn't they? They did of course, beat Mallorca 3-0 here recently when Bernal has scored. But the more clean sheets, the better for Joan Garcia. Of course, that's the case. That's excellent from Rafinha. Lovely use of his body there. Still Rafinha. And still Rafinha. And he very rarely opens up and shoots on his right foot like that, but he went for it on this occasion.
Oh, when you're up 3-0, you have the confidence to do just about anything, so keep it going. Here we go.
That's nice from De Jong. Ferran's in! He tried to go with his head, get a touch on that instead of plucking out the sky and shooting.
And they're just operating freely. This is good because it sets you up nicely for next weekend against Villarreal. You're feeling better about yourselves.
Yeah. I mean, if this ends 3-0, it is exactly what the doctor ordered for Barca this afternoon. They needed to just get the job done today after Madrid's slip-up yesterday. Looks as though it's exactly what they're going to be doing.
And, you know, listen, this is one game. For everybody that was up in arms and thinking the league is lost. I saw comments after the Girona game. Well, that's it. The league's done. For as much credit as I give some of you about backing Pedri, some of you need to calm down. League is up for grabs. Most of you know that. Some of you don't.
Get the feeling this won't be the last twist in the tail, don't you? So
yeah, if you think that Barca are going to be at the top of the league for the rest of the year, Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Oh, that's brilliant, though. Rafinha could be in for 4. Matt Ryan was off his line. That was Pedri trying to link up with Rafinha on that occasion. Oh, if they get that right, they're in.
That's the analytical water rooster in me.
Oh, it's sensible, isn't it?
Sensible.
Fermin. Scorer of Barca's 3rd goal. That there says it all. I mean, the Levante players, they're not even pressing Barca's... well, they're not pressing at all the Barca's first line, are they?
I know the referee has to give a number of minutes at the end of the 90. Back in the day, he would have just blown the whistle.
This would be a day to give
at
none.
90.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it once this year. Didn't it happen once? Was it Mallorca?
I think it might have done it. It might have been Mallorca, yeah, when we were saying.
Where we were like, let's just end this, and he did.
And he went, go on, yeah. You know when they should have? Remember when it started tipping down with rain against Oviedo in the last few minutes? I think they added on time there, which we thought was ridiculous.
Yeah, you're right.
How about that from De Jong? Won it back nicely. Ferran, Rafinha. Nice few cameos here. Lamine, who's been looking for his goal all afternoon. He's fouled this man there this time. Barca, by the way, are going to make a double change before this one.
Got one of the two.
Wraps up. As I've knocked my phone over for the 5th program running. Araujo and Rooney are going to be coming on here. For Gerard Martin. And Rooney, you'd maybe imagine for Lamine Yamal. Yeah, there you go. Round of applause for Gerard Martin. Good at centre back tonight, wasn't he? This afternoon, I should say. Did his job.
Yeah. No, he did his job exactly, and I think that's another useful tool that Hansi has that he can utilize throughout the year when he needs a little bit of rotation.
Yeah.
Because Cubarsí isn't even going to play in this game, and that's fine.
Perfect, yeah. Not Cubarsí, not...
No Balde.
Yeah, no Balde. No Rashford, by the way. He's not going to get any minutes. So Flick just able to keep him wrapped in cotton wool, really, isn't he? And Levante also make their final change, but Nacho Perez is on for them.
Andy Storch is wondering who predicted 3-1. I might have seen that late, but it was our colleague Llorens, who's over at the stadium right now, who will probably be talking to a more pleased Hansi Flick.
Yes, you'd imagine so. All of the reactions coming up, people in the post-game show, don't go anywhere. Oh, Pedri thought about it, didn't he? He saw Fermin on the last man there. Instead, delayed Cancelo.
Can we get more Pedri emojis, please?
You want more? They had a good one earlier.
I know, I haven't had enough. I love Pedri so much.
Eric now for Barça. Cancelo. I really wonder, Spence, if they're just going to blow here. You know, the only thing that might make me think they won't is Romero was down for quite some time when he thought he got that whack off of Lamine. Rooney's still got some energy in his legs, though. Rafinha's header! Oh, what a save by Ryan! Oh! That's the double save of the season, is it, by Matt Ryan? And fair play to him for celebrating it. We think we've seen a few from Joan Garcia this campaign. That's remarkable by their shot stopper.
Wow.
Now Ferran. Away.
Wow, dude.
Worth taking another look, I think.
That was remarkable. He can hang that on his mantle. 1, 2. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I know the game's over, but imagine if it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, God. I mean, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be speaking right now. Oh. They make the wrong pass again, though, Levante. Eta Young, though, has made quite something of that. Araujo able to snoop in, though.
All right, so we're about to get to 90.
We are, Spence. This is it.
Put the whistle to your mouth. Go on. Just beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep.
I'm not so sure.
Beep, beep, beep.
There's going to be this amount of time, isn't there? Yeah.
Oh,
3
minutes?
Didn't feel like a 3-minute game, did it? Yeah,
Pake?
this one's been done, I'd say, since minute 46. Maybe even before then. On that Ryan save, I mean, the one from Rafinha initially was good enough, by the way. That was a brilliant first stop. The strength of his wrist on the second, though.
Yeah. It's funny because we've been looking at a lot of XG and how Barca have been underperforming on it lately. That's going to raise the XG without raising the actual goals on this game.
It is. Nice take that in the field.
Still time for you to get your prediction right, although you were just denied.
Oh, I had it. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
That's made me even
man.
angrier.
You were just denied your 4-0.
Oh, my predictions have been working decently well as well in the new year, and
Yeah, but now it's the new year.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's like the no Camp Nou. It's the no onion on no.
Oh, Rooney's really enjoying himself, by the way, since he's come off the bench. But he was fouled initially. Yeah, and he was the one who dug out that cross to Rafinha, which produced this save from Ryan. I mean, the claw he gets him to put it out, and then this. Wow.
That's insane. He's going to have that forever. And he's had a pretty good career.
That's nice from De Jong. Ferran's in! Oh. Can you tell I want the fourth?
You got 70 seconds.
I think that's I had my chance.
Yeah.
I had my chance.
That was the moment for sure. This is nice and not stressful.
It's not been stressful at all. I mean, we were, other than the fact that Levante then he scored in the 20th second.
Right.
Since then, guys, I mean, we had the chance in minute 3 with Koundé. Then Bernal did score, and from then on in, I mean, I'll struggle, Spence, to remember games this straightforward. I really will, in terms of no jeopardy in them. Do you know what I mean? In terms of you're not really ever doubting. Oh, Matt Ryan, why you got to be off your line? De Jong was nearly in there.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with having a couple of these.
No, I mean,
especially to go back to the top of the table.
Yeah, perfect for Barça, who...
Can we get the table up?
Oh, there you go. We'll keep it up, in fact.
Yeah, let's keep that up. There we go. That looks good. Looks much better.
Araujo helping keep the clean sheet there. And there you go, full time at the Spotify Cup now. And it ends, Barca 3, Levante 0. Very comfortable day at the office in the end for Hansi Flick's team, who really got the job done in the first half. Bernardo got the first, De Jong got the second, and then a rocket from Fermin in the second half, got the third. Cancelo deservedly wins the MVP from LaLiga. For Barca, they'll struggle to have a game that comfortable all season. It is a result that means they go 1 point top of the table, clear ahead of Real Madrid. They're back there after a few days down in second. Full time here, it's Barca 3, Levante 0. Well, you can have no complaints really there, Coolers, can't you? Job done and very comfortably done so, Spence. We did barely have to break a sweat, didn't we, really? Matt Ryan produced a lovely double save at the end, but he couldn't do much about the 3 Barca goals. And for Barca, in a night or a day, they needed to win, and they needed to get the job done to go back top of the table. It ended up pretty perfectly. Levante, for all their defensive play, struggled really to get out of their own half, struggled to create anything dangerous going forward. An incredibly comfortable day at the office for Barca.
Yeah, I just have to say, before we get into the breakdown of this game, I just saw a shot of some of the players down on the pitch, including Gavi, who every day looks more and more like the child of Elijah Wood and Peter Maguire. Like he looks like the son of Elijah Wood now, with the haircut and the way that it's. I don't know. We're gonna have to keep check on that, Gavi, because it's looking more like a movie star these days than a football player. We need to get you back on the pitch soon, actually. That would be great. Love to see him back on the pitch.
Yes.
As far as the game is concerned, I'm cold. Like, I haven't been sweating. Our room here hasn't been hot today. Everything went smoothly for once, and I'm glad, because now we can breathe, and then we can rest again for another full week, and get ready to take on one of the most difficult teams and one of the most difficult places to play this year, which is Villarreal.
You can see it. There it is. That is a home game for Barça. It's at home to Villarreal.
Sorry.
It's a home game, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
We played away to Villarreal at the end of December, but you can see it there. With a game in hand over Atleti, they are third right now. So if they win that game in hand, they will indeed go to 51 points, 10 behind Barça. But more importantly, in third place, looking like a shoo-in for Champions League football. Spence, before we take a quick break here, then we'll come back and hear all the reactions. Flick will be pleased with that 2-0, won't he? Very comfortable. His players barely broke a sweat.
Yeah. No, we're going to hear his reaction from when Llorens gets to talk to him, but that's about as smooth as it needs to go. They took their chances early. They buried this game pretty much in the first half. They did everything that we said they needed to do, and what more can you ask for? Yeah,
not much more to ask for. Very quick break is what we're going to take here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments' time from all the reactions coming up here. That's what we'll be showing you from the Spotify Cup now. Barça 3, Levante 0. Reactions are coming up and analysis. See you then, Coolheads. Hello guys, welcome to the Postgame show here on Barça Live. Let's go straight to reactions from the Spotify Camp Nou with Marc Bernal.
I amb el Marc Bernal, que després hi preguntarem, escolta, en ratxa golejadora, però primer comencem, Marc, per la victòria. Bona tarda, que és important, no?, per trencar una mica la dinàmica que portàvem.
Sí, bueno, veníem de perdre 2 partits i jo crec que ens ha vingut molt bé per agafar confiança i seguim la dinàmica que portàvem abans.
Cert que segurament encara hi ha molt marge de millora i no ens hem d'enganyar. Avui el Joan evita un gol amb 0-0, hi ha hagut algun moment segurament que el ritme ha baixat, però són passos endavant i això és important, no?, anar millorant.
Sí, i bueno, també al final deixar la porteria a 0 també és una bona senyal i bueno, tot el que també hem tingut moments de baixons, però jo crec que ha sigut un partit a un bon nivell.
Segon gol, Marc. El dia que vas marcar el primer et preguntàvem, no?, una mica com et senties, si era la sensació que definitivament havies tornat. Avui ja és més preguntar-te si t'estàs consolidant en un mig del camp on els minuts van molt cars.
Sí, bueno, al final estem al primer equip del Barça i jo crec que hi ha molta competència, però bueno, tots aquests minuts ajuden molt. La veritat que molt content pel nivell que ha donat avui a l'equip i a seguir en aquesta dinàmica.
Marcar aquí ha de ser especial.
Sí, no, ja ho he dit abans, jo crec que el primer és especial, però tots ho són. Al final aquí marcar un gol al Camp Nou és un orgull, la veritat.
Aquí al Camp Nou, i segurament et posaràs una mica vermell i tot, però sempre recordarem la figura d'un tal Sergio Busquets. Marc, què? Podem comparar una mica? És un exemple a seguir? Et fa recança aquesta comparació?
No, bueno, al final jo crec que és molt d'hora per comparar-me i al final jo vull fer el meu camí. Ell ha sigut un referent per mi, és un ídol i bueno, molt content que al final que se't comparin amb ell també és una que estàs fent bé les coses.
Seguir endavant. Gràcies, Marc.
Moltes gràcies, bona nit.
There you go, nice to hear the words of Marc Bernal after this one, who Spence, we were excited to see, weren't we, from the start today. Back in the lineup again there next to De Jong. And I thought he was excellent, apart from his goal, which is just a nice, funny element to add, if you like, really, that's good for him. He's a big presence to get himself in the box and get his toe on the end of one of those chances. But more importantly, for him to be back in the team, playing football, and I'd say playing at the level that we know he can play at too, it's really good to watch, isn't it?
We said it at the beginning of the game. You and me both and several others around here have been calling for him to get more playing time. And it has to be earned, and it also is a very difficult time in the midfield for Barça because Pedri's now just coming back from injury, but they've had to rotate and figure out what's working. The last couple of games, the midfield didn't quite have it. So give this young kid a chance. He, too, is 18 years old, and he's proving that he can be a contributor, a real asset for Barça in the midfield. Because it wasn't just the goal that he scored when he was getting forward, but he was doing things in the midfield that kept ball retention on Barca's side way easier than what it's looked like the last couple of games.
Very good news for Barca to have him back. We've said it throughout the game, Spence, but also to have so many other players back. I mean, I said it, and when I saw it this week, and it was yesterday actually, I saw only player not present in Barca training, Andreas Christensen. It is a stat that does fill me with a lot of confidence now for this.
And Gavi.
Gavi's training, though, again, is what I'm saying. Gavi training. He's not going to be available for maybe, we don't know how many weeks, whatever, as much time as he needs, obviously. The squad is really coming back together again, and at a vital time too. Flick's got a lot of options. We went through the bench today. There was a whole starting 11 on there on the bench that he could have used. It's very good news for this part of the season, isn't it? Where Barca know they've got a lot of games, they know they've got to make the most of them.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned the health of the team, because when the team isn't healthy, we talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
When you've got 5, 6, 7 players who are injured or out for extended periods of time, it can be utilized as an excuse. It can be difficult to win games because players' legs run thin and you start to see the fatigue. So I think as much as we talk about it when the players are injured, I like that it's being brought up and mentioned when everybody's healthy, because you can't take that for granted. You've got to be able to push through the unhealthy times, but you also have to appreciate these when Hansi has almost everybody to choose from, because we know it's not always going to be that way.
No,
it's just the way that football works.
Yeah, and it hasn't been that way, Spence. Too many games, important games this season, we've been without big players. It wasn't the case this afternoon. He pretty much had everyone to choose from, and we saw Pedri get minutes. No minutes yet for Rashford, but he's now got another full week of training. And Barça have another piece of time in between the two games to work on more elements, tactical aspects of their game. It wasn't an unbelievable watch, this one. It wasn't one of those games that gets you out of your seat and you think, well, I can't believe that. For a neutral who would watch it, they'd be very much like, okay, clearly Barça played a much inferior opponent today, which on one hand is the case. Yeah, on one hand it is. For Flick, though, because we were speaking about this a lot, Spence, the need for us to just get the job done today, to get that second goal, more importantly, just to put this beyond bed. At least Barça did that. And then in that second half, they went for that approach of just, fine, simmer things down, control things.
Yeah.
But they at least got that job done in the first half, and at least didn't stop until they got that second goal. Granted, once we got the second, the game was like that.
Do me a favor, as much as I love looking at the top half of the table, just take me down to the bottom half real quick.
Of course, yeah.
Because that's exactly what Barça needed to do today, and made it very clear that they played an opponent who, as I'm looking at the table right now, 7 points back of safety.
Yeah.
I think the teams like Elche, Valencia, Rayo, like those teams have it more figured out. And to get, I mean, Mallorca, right? They're also in the relegation zone, even though they're closer. But
Right, God, Elche have really dropped off.
yeah, well, because it's very difficult in this league to win when you're not one of the top 3 or 4 teams in it. Because every game, a lot of these matchups, like any one of these teams can beat any one of the other teams here in the bottom 10. It becomes a little bit more difficult when you're talking about the Barças, Madrids, even Villarreal and Atleti this year. But Barça have to win these types of games, and they have to do it with as little stress as possible, which is why tonight looked boring.
Yeah.
Which is okay, because as we talked about, that game against Girona on Monday was not boring. It was anything but boring. But you didn't get the win. In fact, you didn't even take a point. So you've got to take these games. They did it against Mallorca at home. They did it against Levante. They've done it twice against Oviedo.
Yeah.
They did it against Elche.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a good sign. And Hansi will continue tweaking. And we look forward to next week when, as we go back to the top of the table, their opponent sits in 3rd place.
That home form has been such a big element this season, because it's been across 3 stadiums, by the way. Stadio Johan Cruyff, we played a few games at the start of the season, won both 6-0 and 3-0. You had Montjuic, where we won a lot too. And then the Spotify Cup, no, we've also won every game. It's big, isn't it, though, for Barça, the fact that every home game they've played, they've won. Their home form has been marvellous. And in a league season where you, of course, are fighting for the title, you've got to win your home games. And Barça so far are doing their work. They're doing their homework on these teams who, you know, you spoke about it, Spence. The Oviedos, the Mallorcas, Levantes, Elche earlier on in the season. We're getting the job done against these teams. Osasuna. And right now, that's really pulling Barça towards the top of the table. Home form has been excellent, and we look pretty hard to stop at the Spotify Cup Nou right now, which is also very good news.
It's a great sign, and it's not just LaLiga that we're talking about. I just had a quick look because I wanted to see. I'd forgotten who the possible opponents were in the Champions League, because you're going to have to play those games at home too.
Yeah.
And you're talking about potentially PSG or Newcastle,
Yeah.
maybe Monaco, depending on what happens. But it's very important that Barça maintain their dominance here at home, because maybe it's been a little bit tough for away this year.
Yeah.
But that's normal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so this is, you're right, it's a good sign that they're playing like this at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Yeah, it is. Spence, you said it. Champions League, by the way, guys. Yeah, that's the setup. Good you brought it up, because Barça, I know they play against either Karabag, Monaco, Newcastle, or PSG.
They're not playing against Karabag.
Karabag have lost 6-1, guys, in
tell
the first 6. They're pretty much out of this. They've still got the away leg to play, by the way. Let's go to Llorenç Sarés. He's next to Joao Cancelo, probably our MVP. Llorenç, endavant.
Sí, next to Joao Cancelo. Joao, buena tarde. Importante la victoria, ¿no? Después de 2 partidos complicados, volvemos a ser líderes y hoy la sensación, además, portería cero, que el equipo va un poquito para arriba.
Sí, era muy importante después de 2 partidos que perdimos, ¿no? Que no hicimos buenos partidos, pero al final el fútbol siempre te da la oportunidad de dar una respuesta y los grandes equipos siempre lo hacen, y creo que fue eso que hicimos hoy. Creo que el grupo está ha estado todo bien, los que jugaron, y bueno, creo que es una victoria justísima.
Joao, ¿cómo ha sido esta semana? Tuvisteis 2 días de fiesta para hacer un poco de reset, seguramente se necesitaba, ¿no? Y luego un poco, ¿qué has visto en este vestuario? ¿Cómo ha reaccionado el equipo para tomárselo con calma, focalizarse y volver a empezar?
Bueno, como he dicho en la entrevista anterior, este vestuario es uno de los mejores que he tenido en mi carrera. Cuando estuve en 2023 era top y ahora está igual, por eso también acepté volver. Y bueno, creo que es como te he dicho, los equipos grandes después de derrotas siempre tienen que dar una respuesta, sea contra quien sea, y bueno, fue lo que hicimos hoy. 3 puntos muy importantes para estar en el topo de la tabla y así es a continuar y a trabajar fuerte.
Preguntarte por tu partido personalmente, seguramente tu mejor partido desde que has regresado aquí al Barça, y no sé si hasta algún punto lo necesitabas, un partido así.
Sí, bueno, como he dicho también, yo cuando llego de idealidad no estaba en mi mejor nivel físico, yo también lo sé admitir, no estaba al nivel físico de mis compañeros. Bueno, y ahora poco a poco voy volviendo a mi nivel. Creo que fue importante para mí, para mi cabeza también, para mi forma de estar, que fue un partido muy importante porque al final me da confianza para seguir adelante.
Hansi, ¿qué te pide?
Bueno, es muy exigente, el club también es muy exigente, creo que es el más exigente que he tenido en mi carrera, pero me gusta eso, me gusta esa exigencia, el compromiso que tengo, y el Hansi me pide mucho desborde, y es eso que intento hacer para siempre en pro del equipo.
Hoy el público se lo ha pasado bien contigo. Joao, gracias y felicidades.
Felicidades, gracias.
There you go, guys. Words of Joao Cancelo. This one, Llorens just told him there that the fans really enjoyed your football today. We did as well, didn't we, Spence? In a game which was quite low-key. His little moments of magic. The assist was brilliant. He could have had another. His skill on the left-hand side was really good fun to watch, wasn't it? For a Joao Cancelo, who is going to have an interesting role, I think, from now to the end of the season. We knew that when he signed in January. Maybe more as a left-back, giving rest to Balde. He's still got that quality in his locker. We saw that today.
Yeah, totally. Muito obrigado, Joao. Hoy. I mean, I tell you, man, this dude was on the bench for weeks waiting for his number to be called. And as soon as his number was called, he was ready to go. And that, for me, is the sign of a true professional. If you have to grind through a couple of, as we would say, DNPs, did not play, right? And you're not getting as many minutes as you want. You've come here, as you heard him say, because it's demanding, and it's one of the most demanding clubs, and he likes that.
Yeah.
Then when your number is called, you got to be ready. And from the first minute today, his boots were twinkling. He was just all over the place, looking real good. And so I'm glad that he was able to have this kind of a game, because he's clearly instilled the trust in Hansi, and the fans will have it as well when his number gets called again. And like I said earlier in the game, if he plays like that, no disrespect to anybody, but there's competition there between him and Balde. Yeah. And that's a good thing for both of them.
I agree, Spence. I agree. And it's better for Balde to be looking over his shoulder. I think for anyone at the elite of football, actually, I never think it's healthy when you know there's a starter. And I think, unfortunately, we have actually been in those situations a bit in recent years, actually, where we know someone's playing right back, for example, or left back, and that's that. With him there, with that performance, I'm immediately thinking now, Villarreal next week, I think Balde will start. But it is a bit more of a debate now. It's a bit more of a discussion. Do you know what I mean? And
it's a full-on debate. Yeah, and it's also a balancing act for Hansi, because if you don't put Balde in that starting role in back-to-back games, you're saying something without saying it. So they're all professionals. They understand how this is going to work. Maybe Cancelo does get the start. By the way, Andy Storch, if this is your first show with us, I'm not sure if it is or not, but we'll get there. Top 3 players.
Yes.
We're going to get there. And I'm sure that Cancelo will be a part of that conversation.
You get the feeling, don't you? Yeah, very much. Where he was given the LaLiga MVP was Joao Cancelo. We're going to be hearing in a few moments' time from more Barça players, by the way, people, so don't go anywhere. Barça again now, whilst other teams are playing Champions League games midweek. Madrid, one of those. We saw that they played midweek away to Benfica, lost yesterday against Osasuna. It clearly will have an effect. Arbeloa's going to have to rotate his squad. Then again play Benfica now before their next league game. We've got a full week now. And then it's Villarreal. That's going to be tough, but it's another healthier week before we get into March and it starts again. You've got Atleti in the Cup, you've got Athletic Club in the league, you've got the first leg of the Champions League, you've got Sevilla, the day of elections, by the way. You've got the second leg of the Champions League and then Rayo before the international break. So this is our last week, which has been 2 or 3 in a row now. Very good. Thank you for qualifying for the Champions League top 8.
Seriously. Wouldn't want to be Real Madrid for that reason.
Exactly. And you get the feeling it could have a big element on the season. But Barça now ahead of the next vital game. It's good news for them too, isn't it?
Like that we're keeping the table up there too. It just
the table stays now, yeah.
Looks real nice, doesn't it? Everybody was freaking out last week.
I know, yeah.
You know, some semi-understandably so, but now there's a team on the top that we can all be proud of.
22 shots today for Barca. Looking at the stats, Spence, only 9 on target. I mean, it wasn't one of those games where we had chance after chance after chance. We were wondering how is it not 3, 4, 5 throughout the game. But if there was enough there for Barca to get the job done, wasn't there?
You want to take a stab at XG today?
Okay, let me have a good think about this. I'm going to actually go for... Let me think of how the goals were. Bernals, De Jongs. To be fair, I'm going to go 3.4.
All right. If you had said 3.04, I would have been really impressed. 2.92.
Nah, okay.
So they actually overperformed on the XG today. Which is
pretty much bang on, yeah.
Yeah, they were expected to score 3 and they scored 3.
There you go.
That's good.
So we're learning,
That's
we're growing
a good
it.
thing.
We're growing, yeah, exactly. But it makes sense. You've got the Fermin one, which obviously you weren't expecting to go in. That flew in. You've got other chances like Lewandowski's, Rafinha's. There was another big one, Spence, wasn't there? Like it's slipping away from me. The Koundé one early on that didn't go in. It all balanced out.
Yeah, it was a double save by Matt Ryan.
Oh, of course, the double save at the end.
Goodness.
I'm maybe a bit surprised it wasn't more then.
Yeah, no, for that reason, me too. Because Bernal's goal, well, because what was Fermin's? Like 0.00002. You know?
Yeah, exactly. There wouldn't be anything at all.
Let me see if I can find it.
Ali Rez is always Ali Rezan, that's the name, is already sending their MVP votes into the chat. We'll get onto those in a few moments' time. Adam says, Spence, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great.
You and Adam, you need a little heart to heart again.
Adam and I have an understanding, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to see if I can find. There it is. Okay, the Fermin shot that Matt Ryan saved.
Okay, yeah.
The follow-up,
yeah.
The second save, that was 0.66 that he didn't score, right? But the shot that he took from outside of the box, you want to take a guess? Basically, for the uninformed, expected goals XG is going to land between 0.00 and 1.00. 1.00 being essentially a 100% chance to score. If the XG is 0.50, that means 50% of the time you're going to see a goal. Yeah. So for Fermin's shot from outside of the box, what percentage or XG would you put on it?
I'm going to go 0.06 maybe.
Did you say not? Okay, no, good. Yeah, I understood it in context, thankfully. 0.02, not 0.02. 2% chance of scoring that goal.
Wow. Yeah, that's even lower. That's even lower than I thought. I was thinking of going for that, but I thought, nah. For a shot, a left footer. I know he's not left footed.
It's from miles
I know.
away.
It was. Yeah.
One of the goals of the season, which Fermin usually ends up doing.
Adam says we're besties now.
Yeah, we good. He's coming to get pasta with me between this and Barca Legends.
And is he sticky as a second commentator, or have I still got that gig?
If you want to come, you can be the second commentator, but I think Adam might have to be the guy who comments on Ronaldinho with me now. Barca Legends, 11 p.m. Central European Time.
Yeah, for all of you. In fact, I'll pop that back in there. There you have it, people. If you're a premium member of the channel, you've got that to look forward to later this evening. Watch out for where it matches your time zone, depending on where you are around the world. We're still waiting on a few more reactions from the Spotify Cup. Now we'll do our MVP votes afterwards, Spence, once we've heard from a few more players. After a pretty comfortable dominant day for Barça at the office. You can see the standings on our screens right now, 61 points, 60 for Madrid. None of the front three scored today. Not what I expected. Not Rafinha, not Lewandowski, not Lamine, not even an Olmo. And that, I suppose, speaks good volumes that Barça have the players from midfield and indeed off the bench to make the difference too.
Yeah, neither of us had Bernal, but we both had the other midfielders that scored goals. I had Frankie scoring, and you had Fermin.
Yeah, there you go. So, and any of you guys, by the way, who did predict that would be the case, well done to you, by the way, because that is indeed a good prediction indeed. Right, we can go to the Spotify Camp Nou, I believe, because we do indeed have Llorenç Tarés, who is getting ready to interview Fermin López, the player who came off the bench and scored today. Well, we'll go to him in just a few moments' time, Llorenç, because he's not quite ready for the interview just yet. But Fermin López, who 11 goals this season now, Spence, keeps on scoring, doesn't he?
Yeah, when we talk about midfielders who have it in their boots, I don't want to leave anybody out, but I don't think Fermin is overtaken by any other midfielder from a goal-scoring standpoint.
I mean, he's got the knack about him. Yeah, he's got 11. Olmo has 7.
I also don't mean full-on just based on the statistics, but also the statistics help back that up.
Yeah.
But
you'd struggle, I think, in Europe to find a midfielder like a Fermin who has that in his boots, really. The amount of goals that he brings, Barça, you really would. In terms of one of those late arrivers, you certainly would. I'll tell you what, let's hear from Fermin López now. He's next to Llorenç Tarés.
Encara no, Pablo, not yet. We are waiting for Fermin, però està just aquí, next to us, i de seguida parlarem amb el jugador del Campilló, que per cert, avui iguala la xifra de 11 gols, el millor registre personal a la seva carrera. El va aconseguir la temporada 2023-2024 a les ordres de Xavi Hernández. Va marcar 11 gols al final d'aquell curs. Compte, no havia fet cap assistència. Aquesta temporada en suma 12. És segurament la gran diferència d'aquell registre. Mira, de seguida esperem a Fermin, però tenim Hansi Flick i aprofitem per parlar amb ell i després amb Fermin. Hi, Hansi.
Hello.
Satisfied with the team's performance?
Yes, of course. I think you can see it in the beginning. We need a little bit time, a little bit minutes to come in the match, but it's normal after 2 defeats. By the end, the team made it good. We have 3-0. It's a perfect result. We are back on the top of the table.
And clean sheet?
Yes, and clean sheet, of course.
That satisfies you so much.
Yeah, at the end, is more important is that we win 3 points today. About the result yesterday, we had a big chance to come back on the top of the table, and we did it and make a good game.
Of course, we need time, but we have another week without a game on Wednesday, and we have time to prepare the next game against Villarreal. So that's good for you to have some days to train. It's not usual.
Also, some days also to rest. It's also important days to rest and of course to train. We have focus on that because now it's important. Players are coming back. And so help us a lot. Also, hopefully in the very important moments or very important moments of the season. But at the end, so it's really good that we have days to train, and this is a good situation.
The last one, I asked you before the game about Pedri. He's back, but let me ask you for Marc Bernal. He's doing a fantastic job again today.
Yeah, he played as a 6 and give us also good structure with the ball. He's doing well. Always find the right position where he has to be. So he's very intelligent. So it's good. It's good to have him also on this level.
Congrats, Hansi. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
I mira, ens quedarem aquí amb Fermin, que saluda a l'entrenador del Barça. Fermin, bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
Satisfet, imagino, no, per aquesta victòria. Duíem 2 partits que segurament havien pesat a l'equip, però coses del futbol. Tornem a ser líders, ha tornat Pedri, avui han guanyat, porteria 0. Que bonic és així.
Sí, era molt important guanyar per ser líders i bueno, crec que després de 2 derrotes serà molt important també. Crec que l'equip ha fet un gran partit i bueno, hem de seguir així.
Encara queden coses per millorar, Fermín. No hem d'oblidar que Joan ha fet una molt bona aturada en 0-0, que en alguns moments segurament us ha faltat un punt de ritme, no? Però la sensació és que potser, encara que amb el que queda, doncs anem agafant embranzida.
Sí, sempre hi ha marge de millora i bueno, crec que hem de seguir millorant, seguir treballant i bueno, ara estem en la dinàmica que hem guanyat avui i era molt important i això, hem de seguir treballant, millorant i guanyant sobretot.
Quin cacau, Fermín, eh? Segur que ets dretà?
Bueno, la verdad que sí, me ha salido muy bien con la zurda. Es algo que entreno bastante y bueno, muy contento por ayudar al equipo.
Mira, te pregunto en castellano una valoración porque son 11 goles ya, Fermín, esta temporada. Igualas tu mejor registro en tu carrera, que fue hace 2 temporadas. Entonces, sin asistencias, este año 12 también, y lo que queda, ¿no?
Bueno, de eso se trata, ir mejorando año a año, poder ayudar al equipo en lo que me toca, que son goles y asistencias. Y bueno, aún queda mucho, tengo mucho por mejorar y ojalá pueda seguir haciendo muchos números para ayudar al equipo.
Pero van caros los minutos, ¿eh? Ha vuelto Pedri, Marc está increíble, Marc Bernal, pronto volverá Gavi, ahí va a ser una lucha bonita.
Bueno, ese es el Barça, al final somos todos muy buenos, sobre todo en medio campo hay mucha competencia, pero bueno, creo que juegue el que juegue da el nivel y eso es muy importante para el equipo.
Enhorabona, Fermín.
Vale, muchas gracias.
Doncs, Pablo, ja ho has vist, hem tingut aquí una mica d'acumulació, però hem pogut parlar amb Hansi Flick i també amb Fermín, que com dèiem, us estava explicant 11 gols ja aquesta temporada, igual al seu millor registre. I don't know, Spence, I'm waiting for your question.
No, solo iba a decir, todos somos muy buenos, incluso tú, tío. Incluso tú.
Thanks a lot, my friends.
Llorens, if you want, go ahead and give us your MVP votes and we'll start voting for MVP.
Sí, els meus vots de l'MVP. 3 punts avui per Marc Bernal, perquè comença a ensenyar-nos coses de jugador gran. Es nota que està agafant el ritme de competició, s'està fent un lloc, és molt car jugar al mig del camp del Barça. Avui ha tornat Pedri, aviat tornarà Gavi, però atenció a Marc Bernal, que està fent una gran feina. Avui 3 punts li dono. 2 punts, crec que és important també destacar Joan Garcia, que ha fet una bona aturada amb 0-0 al marcador i una vegada més ha tornat a estar molt sòlid. Porteria 0, Hansi Flick això li agrada molt, i Eric Garcia crec que és un jugador que no som conscients del nivell que està fent aquesta temporada. Amazing performance for Eric Garcia, li donem un puntet i per tant també crec que avui paga la pena destacar-lo. Recordar que l'equip tindrà ara una mica de festa i setmana neta per preparar el proper compromís contra el Villarreal, compromís de Lliga. Avui el Barça torna a ser líder i la cosa ja fa més baixada.
Llorens, thank you very much. Go and get some rest and, well, we'll see you for that next game, he was just saying. And the team, of course, do need to have a bit of rest, guys. So, Llorens, we'll see you very shortly. Spence, your votes, my friend. Let's hear from who you've gone for MVP. Then we've heard from Flick, we've heard from Fermín. All that's left is the press conference and, indeed, the MVP votes. Well, Spence, go for it.
It's similar to what Llorens had, and it's difficult to leave players out. I am surprised he chose to leave out Joao Cancelo because I thought he was so lively and important to this game, especially attacking down the left-hand side when it was very clear that Levante were going to put numbers on the right to try and limit what Lamine was able to do. And as soon as the ball switched flanks, he was ready to go. He had chances to score. I also think it's, you got to leave people out. I hate leaving out Eric because I thought he did have a good game. I hate leaving out Fermín because he scored a fantastic goal. In the end, for me, Cancelo is the player of this match. I could have also seen giving it to Bernal. I'm not sure where you went on the ranking with Marc because Bernal certainly deserves to be up there. Yeah. And I agree with Llorens in that Joan Garcia needs to be recognized for what he did, keeping Barça in the game early and then just making the necessary stops, and also with the ability that he has to play with his feet. I think this was a great game for him. So it's tough for the keeper to get more than 1 point in our votes, but I'll give him 1.
Some comments coming in here. Pirita Malaguita says Cancelo, Bernal and Frenkie. Elmir Day says Cancelo, Bernal and Frenkie as well. Okay, some interesting votes for De Jong. This is what I've gone for though, Spence. I've gone very similar to you. In fact, I've gone 1 and 2 identical to you. but I have indeed gone for a different one at number with 1 point. Cancelo, I agree. For me, the MVP. I think he brought the game to life of what was a more stale game of football, if you like. And I thought he brought all the party tricks today and got the fans on their feet, as well as producing some really top football. Bernal with 2 points for me. Very good in midfield. And Llorente said it, starting to show some real quality of one of those big players that you think we're going to be very excited about for a very long time now. And then I've gone for 1 for Eric Garcia, who I think week upon week now is really starting to show an excellent level of a Barca centre-back. I think this guy's top. Unfair to leave out Joan Garcia. It is. I think I've probably overlooked him because the game felt so comfortable. It might not have been that way. He made a really important stop early in the first half. It was a point-blank range save, and he keeps on making them for Barça in big moments of games. But I've gone for Eric, who for me just keeps on producing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's tough to leave out Eric as we get a look at the final votes. Ooh, it was close.
Oh, wow, Bernal snatched it then.
It's because Llorente left out Cancelo, so he didn't even give him a single point. So Bernal gets the man of the match for us. Fair enough.
There you go. Bernal, yeah. Bernal takes it, the man who got the goal. Cancelo with 6, Joan Garcia with 3, Eric Garcia with 2. Keep on letting us know your votes then, people. But that's what we've gone for today, Spence. There you go. Votes are in for MVP. Let's get the standings back on our screen. This result, of course, means that Barça are going to go back top of the table. Luis Castro's in the press room currently, guys. And then we'll be hearing from Hansi Flick there very shortly. But for Barça, still a big week coming up now. Llorente said it there, and Flick said it. Not just time to train, also time to rest. Nice that we are able to manage those minutes now with the clean week we've got. And then Atleti in the Cup. I mean, the games keep on coming. They keep on coming at home too, Spence, which is really good. And in fact, this is brilliant. I'm looking at the schedule here, Spence. We've got a lot of games at home coming up. We've just played at home today in the league. Now we play against Villarreal at home. Then Atleti at home in the Cup. Then it's Athletic Club away. And then away in the Champions League's first leg. Then Sevilla at home in the league. Second leg of the Champions League at home. And then before the international break, home to Rayo.
So that's 6 out of 8?
Including today, right? 8, right? Yeah?
Six out of 8 games at home. That's crazy.
And in the league, Spence, that's an unbelievable amount. You count today, Villarreal, Sevilla, Rayo. 4 out of 5 at home.
Yeah.
Not often you see that. And I know Barça did indeed hold back a lot of home games at the start of the season. We played our first 3 away, remember, against Mallorca, Levante and Rayo, actually, because we were still renovating the Spotify Camp Nou. And this was, this is what teams do when they're renovating stadiums. They ask for permission for this to happen. But, I mean, that comes at a good time in the season for us. It really does.
Yeah, this is great. And even when you end the season as well, once you get down to the final few games, you've got that Clásico in your back pocket at home. Yeah. Which, if the league stays within a single game as it has been, you never know what it's going to look like eventually. But that's the idea. So it's good to snap that 2-game losing streak. It's good to have another 6 days to rest, where they kind of go Monday to Sunday and then Sunday to Saturday. It becomes with Villarreal. Yeah. This is a nice little stretch, and I think it's just a reminder that if you stay positive and as these athletes stay locked in and sort of forget what took them away from the last couple of performances, getting back to what they do well, you take a win like this, it could have been 2-0, it ended up being 3-0 with a Fermin shot, but it's great, and let's move on.
There you go, guys. Hansi Flick has stepped into the press room with Paul Martinez. We can hear now from the German coach. A very massive thank you to all of you for tuning in this afternoon on Barça Live. We'll leave you with the press conference of Hansi Flick. See you next week versus Villarreal. Adeu, culers.
Bona tarda. Mireia Ruiz, en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Avui hem vist que l'equip ha fet passos endavant i et volia preguntar si el Barça que has vist avui, el Barça que hem vist avui, s'encamina una mica, després de totes aquestes males ratxes, cap al Barça que tu vols anar veient. Gràcies.
Of course, we know that it's not easy to get after 2 really defeats like that. So especially in Atletico, it was really a bad moment for us, and then also in Girona. But at the end today, we gave a good response, and this is what I wanted to see from the team, because we spoke a lot, we analyze a lot, and on the pitch today have to be the action, and it was today.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon en directe a RAC1. Et volia preguntar per l'aposta de Joao Cancelo, perquè has apostat per ell, és el segon partit que no veiem Balde a l'11 inicial. Què t'ha portat avui Cancelo? Què t'ha semblat la seva actuació? I si t'ha convençut fins i tot per mantenir-lo a l'11 titular, ara que venen partits importants. Gràcies.
We will see. We have one more week, and also it's important to see the performance in the training. But I think Joao today, he showed his strength, he showed his positive things, gives us a lot of moments to create chances. So for me, it was a really good game from him, and this is what I want to see from him. He's a fantastic footballer, and he can help us a lot.
Hola Hansi, Santiago Valle para el Carrusel Deportivo de la cadena SER y también para el Ketty Jugas de SER Cataluña. Me gustaría preguntarle por Lamine Yamal. Le hemos visto cuando ha abandonado el terreno de juego, no ha sido su mejor partido, no está siendo su mejor semana seguramente, ¿no? Y le hemos visto que se quitaba los vendajes, que no se iba muy contento del terreno de juego. No sé si ha hablado con él y qué opina de esta reacción y del partido de Lamine Yamal.
What kind of reaction? That he's angry about his performance, or what do you think? No, it's normal. If he is happy after no, it's for me the most important thing is that we won today, and we have some players also deserve to play, and Rooney did it. Rooney trained very well. He's an absolute professional player, and also when he came in was good to see how his reaction, and this is more focus on that.
Hola, buenas tardes, señor Flip. Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio de Onda Cero. ¿Hasta cuánto es importante para usted, después de una semana muy dura en el partido contra el Atlético de Madrid, la derrota en Girona, haber en solo 6 días haber recuperado el liderato y además viendo una buena versión de su equipo en el día de hoy? ¿Hasta cuánto es importante para usted esto? Gracias.
No, we got the chance about the results yesterday, and we took this chance, and it's important now to be on top of the table. But at the end, it's a long way to go. I'm happy that we show the right answer today. And this is also what I want to see from the team. Of course, it was not everything top, and we need some minutes to come into the game. But at the end, it was a clear 3-0, 3 points for us, and this was important.
Hola, mister. Alejandro Segura para Radio Marca. Me gustaría preguntarle por Marc Bernal. Hoy ha marcado el primer gol. El otro día también marcó un buen gol contra el Mallorca. Aquí, ¿ha llegado ya Marc Bernal al punto que vosotros queréis, o todavía hay que esperar un poco más, darle minutos al chico, y si ya está para ser titular en este equipo durante una gran parte de la temporada? Gracias.
Of course, I think Marc is a player for the future for this club. When I expect that he had a fantastic future, so hopefully he stayed healthy. It's an important thing in a career of a footballer, and he make a good job today. He's give us the structure also with the ball. He knows exactly where to be in the right position, also control the ball. It's nice to see that.
Hola, Hansi, Elena Condis, buenas tardes, de la cadena COPE. Estaba hablando del buen partido de Joao Cancelo. Ha dicho el jugador que tenía la sensación de que le iba a dar usted la oportunidad porque estaba entrenando muy bien, pero que es uno de los entrenadores más exigentes que ha tenido en su carrera. ¿Siente así que le exige mucho a Cancelo?
I think every coach has this, and I think at the end is like who plays, who is in the starting 11, has to deserve it, and this is what we want to see from our player, all the staff or the coaches, and I think this is the way everyone can be better and improve. So this is also what we want to do.
Buenas tardes, soy Capel de Radio Nacional. Felicidades por la victoria. Viene de unas semanas en las que no tienen partido entre semana, vuelve a tener otra semana limpia antes de enfrentarse al Villarreal. ¿Cómo de importante es, en un momento de la temporada que ya ha pasado el Ecuador, tener estas semanas que se han ganado por el hecho de clasificarse entre los 8 primeros de la Champions? Pero ¿cómo de importante es, de cara sobre todo al nivel físico del equipo, tener semanas limpias para poder preparar este tramo final de temporada? Gracias.
Of course, it's important. It's important so that we have these 2 weeks, and now you also to rest a little bit, but also focus then for the next match against Villarreal. It's also will be a tough match, but then after that, every 3-4 days, hopefully we have a match, and so this is very important to have these 2 weeks.
Últimas 2 preguntas, last 2 questions.
Buenas tardes, Hansi, Germán Bonal, Diario Sport. El Barça ha ganado con merecimiento al Levante, pero en el primer cuarto de hora ha habido 2 intervenciones de nuevo de Joan García. Te quería preguntar sobre Joan, ¿qué crees que son sus principales virtudes? ¿En qué crees que ha evolucionado más desde su llegada al Barça? ¿Y qué crees que todavía le puede faltar por mejorar para ser el mejor del mundo?
Sorry. Now we are very happy to have him, because I think also what you can see is he's a complete goalkeeper. It's with the ball he's calm, but also he's very fast in his reaction. His overview also in the defense, where he has to stay, help us a lot the last line. So this is good, and of course you can ask Della where he can improve. At the moment I'm really appreciate a lot what he gives us.
Hola Hansi, ¿qué tal? Buenas, Josep Soldado, Jugones La Sexta. Hemos visto que después del gol de Fermín usted se ha dirigido a Lamine avisándole que le iba a cambiar. ¿Le sorprende que a pesar de haberle avisado se vaya como disgustado del terreno de juego?
No, it's for you. It's I think it's a big thing. Everything what Lamine did, but at the end it's normal when I go out and I'm not satisfied. It's like that. I have no problem with that. It's normal. I have it's it's not about one player. It's about the team, and I also have players who deserve to play, and we have to change it. It doesn't nothing else, nothing more, and nothing less.
Doncs fins aquí la roda de premsa. Moltes gràcies, bona tarda.